god, I'm so sorry everyone. I didn't realize the desktop was muted this whole time and you were just sitting in silence. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. My bad. I apologize. My brain is clearly not woken up today. Welcome on in everyone though. I hope everyone's having a good day, despite the fact that my brain slow didn't think. I was like, oh yeah, they're just all happily listening to Stardew Valley music, right? Like that was fine. Everyone's just happy to listen to Stardew, watching the ducks. So my music's at a good level. But no, it's dead silent. I'm sorry. I was wondering about the silence. Yeah, no. I'm sorry, I would never normally just leave you all in, like, dead silence. That'd be very mean of me. My bad. I forgot to unmute it. I do normally, to be fair, start a stream by making sure all of my sound bits are either are like all muted, and then I choose to unmute certain ones. Blah, blah, blah. Excuse me. But yeah, I clearly didn't undo it today. My bad. I hope everyone had a good Tuesday though. I did say I wasn't going to stream yesterday, but yeah, I hope everyone had a good day. Heck yeah. Oh dear, but like, Depeche Mode, you enjoy the silence? Oh dear, yeah, now we're here. It's going to be exceptionally loud now, my bad. Every time I'm like, yeah, I'll move my mic further away from my mouth this stream, and then I never do. So we always end up uncomfortably loud. That's fine. That's alright. Adds to the atmosphere, I think. Also, one day I will fix it. It's better, I think, as a streamer to be like, oh yeah, I didn't do the thing, so I did that on purpose, and then at some point in the future I'll change it. Oh dear. Yeah, I hope everyone's had a good week so far. I can't really say what I got up to yesterday, but I got up to something. It wasn't great, honestly, but we did it. Oh dear. Home, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. I do have like a semi-mini announcement that I've kind of been putting off for a little while. You might be able to tell. We've been using the VTuber a lot recently. It's just as a heads up, we are going to be continuing to use the VTuber quite a lot. I don't want to go exactly into why we've changed over to VTuber so suddenly. But some stuff has happened and it's just a lot easier right now. And it's better just for now to be using the VTuber. I'm not going to become a long-term VTuber, I don't expect anytime soon. But for the meantime, we'll definitely be using one most of the time. So I feel really awkward talking about this because I know there are people in my community that really don't like the VTuber streams, and I'm really sorry. In this case though, I do want to just confirm that everything we do here will be the same, whether we use a VTuber or my real face, like it's the same content. Nothing changes except that you can't see my IRL face for a while. I hope that's okay with everyone. If it's not, that's fair. You're welcome to unfollow and everything, it's all good. Yeah, I don't really have a choice, so it's not like a personal taste thing. I've decided to go VTuber. It's this or you get nothing. It's this or you get a blank screen. and since I spent all this time making VTubers, I figured better to actually use them. Oh dear. As for when I won't be using a VTuber model anymore, I don't know when that will be. It could be a month, it could be a few months. We'll kind of see what's happening. But yeah, for now, I am in a position where I kind of have to hide my face. And yeah, this is how it's gonna go. I'm sorry, I'm really awkward around this. It's my bad. It makes me feel awkward because I know people. Zay, thank you for the horn. I hope you're doing all right. Welcome on in. And Shifty and Brain, welcome on in. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone had a good Tuesday. I hope your health is okay. Yeah, so I'm fine. I don't want to worry anyone. Like, I'm fine. I will be fine, and I am fine, and everything is fine. I just can't show my face for a bit. And probably quite a bit. The other thing...
We like to party. We like to party. We like to party.
I've seen that you
like to party. We like to party. We like to party. We like to party. The Venga bus is coming, and everybody's jumping. New York to San Francisco, an interstate free disco. The wheels are still on turning, traffic lights are burning. So if you like to party, come on and move your body.
Oh dear! Thank you. Yeah, Business Cat. I saw that you had a new PNG tuber. Very cool. Very cool. Welcome to the virtual face family. Yeah, wildly curious, but you gotta do what you gotta do. That's kind of the vibe. Is like I know people are gonna wonder. I'm fine. Health is all right. I'm okay. I don't want to go into detail this particular time. The other thing is, I'm not planning on clearing my face off the web or anything like that anytime soon. Like, I don't mind there being lots of pictures of me out there. I am also a cosplayer, so there will probably still be photos of me out there in the future as well, even if I'm still using the VTuber at the time. It's just, yeah, for streaming in particular, cover face for now. Yes. What was that? To be fair, actually, it's probably... Sorry, we've had loads of snow here overnight. I'm hearing lots of weird noises, and every time I hear like a bat loud noise, I'm like, oh no. Has somebody crashed outside the house? Do I need to go? No, I think that's actually a gritter though, which is good because God, do we need to have our roads gritted. Oh dear. I don't know if anyone else living in the UK has had the same situation, but we woke up to being covered in snow. And it was still snowing as well, and I was really confused because I woke up at like 6 in the morning and I was like, God, it's bright outside. What's happening out there? No, it's just snow. There's so much snow. But yeah, we live on like the top of a hill, so like the concern is if people are trying to go up the hill outside our house, it's slippery. I guess maybe it's safer than living at the bottom of a hill, but oh, they're happy to join the family. Heck yeah, virtual family. Oh dear. And Bateman, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I hope work's going okay, especially if you have to travel. And same for you, Shifty. I hope work's going away, especially if you have to travel. I imagine traveling today is like a little bit difficult. I don't know if there's any road closures, but I'd imagine public transport at least isn't running. Ah, dear. Oh no, there's a train. You caught the train in this. I'm so surprised. The train was running? What the heck? Also, Schleeves, good morning. I hope you're having a good morning. Welcome on in. I will do the same announcement at the end of stream, by the way. I know some of you will then have to hear it twice. But I just don't want people to be like, oh, when are you going to go back to using face? Why aren't you using face anymore? Where's your face cam? And I'm sure people still will. And again, I know a lot of people in my community don't like the VTuber model. And like, I get that. It is definitely different. I just want to confirm that like the stuff we'll be doing is the same. It'll be the same streams. We've still got the same goals. Nothing there has changed. We'll be making the same costumes. It's just I can't show my real face right now. And I don't know when I can show it again. So yeah, that's it. That's it. And I'll say it again at the end. So that people know and they can move past it a little bit. Yeah. I'm genuinely surprised, Shifty, that only half hour away. I'm genuinely surprised they're running. Like, we've got quite a lot of snow here, like maybe 30 centimeters of snow where I am, which again, I am a bit higher up maybe than you are, but we got like quite a bit of snow here, and yeah, I'm quite shocked anything's running. Like, we've got so much snow. Oh, again, we do live like on the top of a hill, so I think it is normal if it snows for us to get like a little bit more, but heck, yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot out there. Oh, 2 hours, that's what it is. That's what it is. I just don't want to, you know, I figured I'd get an OnlyFans and just post selfies because my face comes with a pay gate. Yeah. That's what it is. That's the real reason. Oh dear. Is marzipan really popular in the UK? Oh, marzipan is a diversive subject. Some people love it and some people hate it. I haven't had a long time, but I decided to try marzipan tart this weekend to see if maybe it's just not a good one. But it doesn't taste great to me. Yeah, it's a very diversive one, Brains, where like some people really, really like it and some people really dislike it. And I don't know too many people that sit on the fence with it. It's either like, yeah, you love it or you hate it kind of thing. Personally, I really like marzipan. And whenever all of the marzipan products come out at Christmas, I'm like, yes, This is what I've been waiting for. And I love it. Morning, it's Cthulhu, it is. Cthulhu, we've had so much snow. Show your neighbor sport, you know better what, Jelly. I'm sure they could look past needing a VTuber for a while, otherwise that'd be pretty petty and shallow. Yeah, I do also feel kind of the same, but at the same time also I'm like, it's a different way of expressing yourself, and for some people, VTubers, because they don't show the same, it's nuance can get lost in conversation, sarcasm and stuff like that when you can't see a face. And like, I definitely get that. I just want to like confirm that the content's going to be the same, and it's also, even if you don't like it, I don't have a choice. So yeah, it is what it is. Oh, I love marzipan. Yeah, I really like it too. I really love it at Christmas when all of the marzipan products come out and you get given marzipan, because throughout the year, honestly, there is not a lot of marzipan in the shops near us, at least not near me. But at Christmas, there's tons. So yeah, you've got to stock up. I only like marzipan if it's covered in icing. Also fair, like add a bit of extra sweetness. I actually prefer it without icing because I don't have a huge sweet tooth, and so icing and me are a bit like, it's not my favorite. I'll eat it like in a Christmas cake, but I tend to prefer just like a chunk of marzipan. It's like, yeah, it is like Marmite or Vegemite. Like, if you like it, you probably really like it. If you dislike it, yeah, you probably hate it. You hate marzipan. Danny, how goes the book reading? I hope that it's going well. Welcome on in. And Scott, thank you for the egg smash. How come you southerners have snow? Not a flake. Really? I mean, do I count as a southerner? I do live in Wales. Well, I guess I'm well, kind of, yeah. Sort of. Oh dear. But did you immediately? Yeah, I've kind of. So I was introduced to it because the thing is as well. I kind of stand by this. If you make the food, you're more likely to like it, right? Because yeah, it's the effort that goes into it, right? And so growing up, every single year, my grandparents and me and my siblings, and sometimes my cousins as well, would all get together and we'd all make Christmas cake together. And Christmas cake is like a fruit cake with a layer of marzipan and then a layer of icing over the top. Yeah. So my grandma would do most of the baking work, to be honest, but then me and my siblings and everyone would come together and decorate them, and we'd all decorate a different cake. So there'd be like so many cakes at the end. But we'd all decorate our own cake. And so we'd cover it in marzipan, and then we'd cover it in icing, and then we'd put little trees and little reindeers and stuff like that all over our cakes. And we did that every single year. And when I ate it for the first time, I can't say I was like, to be honest, I liked the icing and I liked the marzipan, but I wasn't so keen on the cake. But I would still eat the whole thing because that was my cake, you know? And then, yeah, I think because I was introduced to, like, a lot of flavors like that I've been introduced to by making them myself. And then, or like, maybe I didn't make the cake or the marzipan, but like, I had a hand in it, right? I was like 4, you know? Don't come for me, I made that cake. But yeah, because I have like a, you know, I guess some investment in it. Is that the right way of putting it? I had like investment in it. Yeah, it would mean that I'd like a lot of food. And so I was like not a very picky child when it came to food. I think the only thing that I struggled with was onions and mushrooms. Onions and mushrooms I really didn't like as a kid. But most of the food, because my parents and my grandparents would kind of like, not that I'd help a lot, but I'd give it a go, you know? I think it helped me be less picky because I wanted to enjoy the food that I made. Or that I helped with. And like, also specifically, say like we had a meal with multiple elements and maybe I helped with the carrots. The carrots are the best thing on the plate. The carrots are the best thing on the plate. It doesn't matter that I didn't really like carrots that much. If I helped with the carrots were the best thing on the plate. Because you have kid brain, right? Like, you have to hype up the thing you made yourself, you know? So yeah, that's how we did it. And it meant that I was basically just like a goat growing up. I'd eat anything and everything. The problem is I wouldn't eat anything in like large portions. They kept having to feed me. You can like eat more. But like, I did like it. Did you say you kind of live in Wales? Yeah, probably I did say that. But I do live in Wales. You know, sort of, kind of, you know, technically I live in Wales. I'm South Yorkshire, you're yeah, I guess we are below you. I got fairly well stuck in with the snow. You're also stuck in with the snow. Hell yeah. You're trying to learn a new language. To be fair, that would open more books to you, right? Childhood sounds amazing. Yeah, there were a lot of elements in my childhood that I'm very fortunate for. I think the food, like the reason I'm such a foodie now as an adult, even though I have like a lot of issues with eating, I still consider myself like a massive foodie. The reason I'm such a big foodie is my family, like 100%. Cooking and eating together was such a big part of my childhood. And like baking and like making lots of food together that we liked, and then eating together as like big families and getting together like and eating everything together. It was such a big part of my childhood, and I think it really made me the foodie I am today. Oh dear. And maybe someday I'll try to make my own marzipan dessert. I mean, it's a way of like, I don't think it will always work. Like, I don't think it will always work. And I think especially with strong flavors like marzipan and Marmite, there will be people that just don't like it, and that's very fair. My first introduction to Marmite was actually helping my mum make gravy, because they would always put a teaspoon or something of Marmite in the gravy. And you can't taste the Marmite when it's in there like that, because it's just like extra rich broth. If you put that, does that make sense? Like, but because it's basically just stock, right? So it's just like making the broth really rich. So my introduction to Marmite was also not just Marmite, it was Marmite in something. So I already kind of had an idea going into eating Marmite that I'd probably enjoy it, because I loved gravy. Oh dear. There's no kind of... you live in Wales. Yeah, some might say that I live in Wales. Yeah, it's been said. I mean, yes, but it's not even for reading. It's so I can speak. Oh, you're learning. Okay, same for me. That's why I'm learning Welsh. Well, also for another reason as well. But like, yeah, that's why I started learning Welsh. Heck yeah. Hello. I'm doing well. Did you complete the beading? We completed Techno. Also, welcome on in, Techno. We completed the Celeste beadwork, which I think was the last big one you saw. Maybe. I can't quite remember. I think it was the Celeste one, and it's been posted to the winner, and actually as of yesterday the winner has received it, so we did it. It's done. I'm so glad it got to them, because oh my god, there's been so many problems with the postage over the last couple of months. I have been freaking out, but yeah, it worked. We got through, they got it, and they're happy with it, and nothing broke in transport, which was, I actually sent Amazonia, thank you for the horn, welcome on in, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I actually sent like a little box of some of the extra spare beads and sequins with the Celeste one, because it's a really big piece. And I was worried that it was going to get damaged in transport. So I put like a little box of like beads and stuff. But what it meant is that when you hand the package over, it's like... and they're like, what's in this? And I'm like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. It just makes like noises when you handle it. Forgive me nerding out. My ex was a biologist, and they believe the reason kids typically have such sweet tooths is because typically poisons are bitter flavored. Oh, as kids have underdeveloped immune systems, so their taste buds are like more sweet. Oh my, wait, that's really cute though. That's really cute. I see. Yeah, we're making it. We made progress. Good morning, Amazonia. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. I need to get out and say, has it not snowed? Maybe because you live, I guess, in a different part of the UK. We woke up to like 30 centimeters of snow, so there's like no one's being productive today over here. There's snow outside. After the stream, I'm gonna go make a snowman. Well, it's just too hard. It melts my brain. I still struggle a lot with pronunciation, but I am enjoying learning. I think this is the same with most languages, right? I'm finding it much easier to read and like write than I am to speak. But I'm getting there. It probably didn't help that I had to take 2 months off because of my bronchitis. But yeah, we're getting back into it. You're being productive. Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised you could get into work today. Maybe it's not quite as bad, but like there's not even cars going. Well, maybe there will be now, but there wasn't even cars going past us today because nothing was gritted and there was so much snow. Oh dear, there was a sprinkling at the end of town, but no snow. Oh, that you stayed up 3 a.m. on Twitter. Is that because of the thread? It annoys me when if people are taking that badly, because like, I think regardless of how you spend your money, you should know. Like, if that's what you end up buying, like that's fine. But like, you should know. You should just know. And like, oh yeah. somehow I have to get home too. Yeah, good luck, genuinely. I really hope you get home okay. Because, I mean, I don't think it's still snowing, right? So hopefully it doesn't get any worse. And if it doesn't get any worse, then it should be fine, I guess. But yeah, this is much more than snow we had earlier in the year, at least for us. Close, so it's close to sea level. Oh, okay. Oh my god, it went so well, brain. Oh dear. Shifty and everyone made so much money. What was their goal, like 5 grand? They absolutely smashed it. They absolutely smashed it. Pronunciation isn't the hard part for me. I really can't say that. Oh yeah, I can't say that either. Oh no, you can say it. I can't. I need to spell it out to say it. Not taking it badly, but I'm being, oh, you're just being perceived. The TikTok comments though, whoo. Yeah, it must suck to be called out like that. The thing is, I mentioned it before, and it's like, I've mentioned it quite a few times, because I don't shop at places like Primark and stuff like that. And I've had people in chat get quite like defensive over it. It's like, if you shop at Primark, that's fine, but you should, like, just so you know, there's a reason those clothes are cheap, and it's not just because of the fabric. Dear. But I think some people prefer not to know, or to like pretend that doesn't exist and stuff like that. And yeah, personally, I obviously I'm not only low income, I'm no income, I'm 0 income, unless I make any money from Twitch, which is always very nice. But other than that, I'm 0 income. So obviously buying new clothes for me is very difficult. I just buy from charity shops, and I know that's not an option in every country. Like thrift shops, charity shops, those kind of things don't exist everywhere. But if they exist near you, highly recommend check them out. I just got a Ted Baker top for £1 with the tags on. Tags on Ted Baker, £1. Oh dear. It definitely helps as well if you're straight sized. Is that what it's called? More standard sized, which luckily I am. And even if like there isn't always a lot in a size 6, but I can like buy slightly oversized, and that's my style anyway. Excuse me, I like choked mid-sentence there. But my style is oversized, so like if I buy like a size 8 or 10, like that's fine. But you know, listen, most of the people making these arguments are probably the same size as me. Oh dear. It's still snowing for you? Oh, I hope it doesn't get too bad. I hope you can leave at some point. A massive group effort, and it was all for a great cause. It went so well. Don't buy clothes, no buy slay. There's one TikTok quote. You go buy new ethical clothing is for every poor person now. And then the first, what? Reduce, you guys don't need new clothes. Yeah, you know Primark is actually pretty good these days. Oh really? They cleared up their act about a decade ago, and their audits accept checkout now. The ethics are much better than other high street brands like H&M. Yeah, I'll be honest, I do not buy from a lot of stores these days. But some of them, to be fair, if Primark is better, I haven't researched them for a few years. But yeah, there was a lot where I was just like, Oh, I saw that you do. Okay, I don't know if I can say that on. Oh, shoot. I saw that you enjoy fair trade products, and I can't say what I wanted to say. I think that's really cool. I've just realised that unfortunately what I wanted to say would have doxed myself. God damn it. I think that's fantastic. Shoot. I also like fair trade products. Shoot. Well, yeah, the sentiment was there. I'm sorry. I wanted to say I think that's great, but I wanted to say something else and I can't. I'll message at you. You know what? I'll just message at you. I'm not gonna say it live on stream. Oh dear. Oh. There you go. Unfortunately, there aren't too many people that have that position, and especially for that length of time. So I can't say who or what, but I can say that I'm a big fan of fair trade. I really like them. I think they're great. I just think they're neat, you know? Oh dear. Lessening modern slavery, which I know is a low bar. Well, no, listen, the thing is, until every single, like, high street chain is going over that bar, it's better than nothing. Watching a fashion design program on Netflix, they did a thrift build, and so much you can, oh, absolutely, thrifting is great. Yes, same, Kath, we got 30 centimeters of snow too, hell yeah. I'll leave the world to lead to my street. Wait, they never get gridded? That is bad, to be fair, and that is dangerous. Saving up to buy a linen dress from, oh, hell yeah. Dear me later, yeah, I was like, I'll just quickly send that so that I don't dox myself. It is cool. Yeah, I can't explain exactly why, but we grew up on fair trade. It also had the weird side effect, just due to certain circumstances. There's certain benefits of that. One of the benefits was I didn't buy toilet paper. We never bought toilet paper. We were just given toilet paper every month. And so for the first time after leaving home, we had to buy toilet paper. And like, I was stumped. I'd never looked at toilet paper before. Like, because just one of the benefits, I suppose, was the toilet paper. And like, so yeah, we'd never bought toilet paper before, ever. And so I left home and I was like, shoot, what's good toilet paper? What toilet paper should I be getting? Luckily, my family sent me like a few hundred rolls like a week or two into uni, so I was good. I was good. But yeah, I was like so lost. I'd never bought toilet paper before. Oh dear. Oh my god, Grabbit, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. Wales isn't real. No, you're right. Wales is my favourite city in England. That's what it is. Yes, it is. Wales aren't real. Oh yeah, the animal also is not real. Yeah, they're fake. They're actually just really big dolphins. A famous actor, I just like my tweets, and it's like, whoa. Okay, I'm full. Oh no. I never really know how to use my Twitter page because there are like, I guess I'm just not very good at that sort of thing. I mainly just use it for Twitch stuff. Although, but then it's like you gotta be careful because Twitter is like blah, 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 blah. I've really only come into this in the last year or so. I think it's after following a few certain people who engage in Twitter. God, it's bad over there. Jesus Christ. Oh dear. What's toilet paper? I have no idea. I never had to buy it. We've never had any. I will say though, actually, did you guys know that the Toilet Fairy delivered toilet paper to us last week? Not the toilet paper that we had growing up, but another very good toilet paper. It was actually really well timed because obviously Shiny had norovirus all week. So funnily enough, we were running quite low on toilet paper. And then suddenly at the door, we had a box of 50 rolls appear and it was like, oh, it's probably my family. But I will ring and check. And it was my family. It's just like my family's love language is sending each other toilet paper. And like, yeah, it's great. We've never had any problems. Love toilet paper. Thank you so much for the toilet paper gift. 10 out of 10. I can't say after that. I'm sorry. Since Yaya had followed me in the summer, I try and keep the spicy takes to my private. Oh, okay. Normal Twitch, normal, sorry, cosplay Twitch Twitter is probably like, is not so bad, but normal Twitch Twitter is weird, like really weird. Like, I feel like the majority of these people don't have a life outside of Twitch, and like, I honestly just kind of feel bad for them. Like, I'm disabled, I can't leave my house, I have to like depend on a carer, and I have more life outside Twitch than they do. Like, what the heck? It just feels really sad most of the time. It's like, is this, what? Do you go outside ever? Like, and this comes from someone who doesn't go outside. Oh my god, it's toxic as hell over there. Like, I've heard about it since I started streaming, that Twitch Twitter is like really toxic and stuff, but because I'm just like a cosplayer, I never really engage with it, nor do I follow most people that engage with it. But I started following a couple people, I want to say over the last year, so every now and again like a Twitch story that's like something's happening in Twitch Twitter will like pop into my feed, and it's like every time I see it I'm like I'm just speechless. It's just like, what? What? Why? I like coming to Vegas regarding this chill time. Hell yeah, there has been no news. No news, brain. I'm so sorry. Don't worry. If there's news, I will spam. I will spam everything. Toilet paper fairy sounds like a shit job. No, it's great and I love it. And anal hygiene is very close to my heart. Exactly. Yeah. I feel the same way. Yeah. It's very important to me. You know, toilet paper reminds me of family. Which, I'm not even lying. Toilet paper really does remind me of my family. We just exchanged toilet paper. I don't know when this became our family tradition. It's insane. I'm like, stop giving these people attention. Like, honestly, maybe if they had less interaction on Twitter, it would encourage them to go and do something else for a bit, because it's unhinged over there. Like, again, it's kind of sad if I have more on an outside of Twitch life than you do. I'm gonna use myself as the benchmark here. Someone who can't leave their house and work and stuff. If I have more of a life outside of Twitch than you, like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your life. Like, Jesus. It's just kind of sad. Oh dear. You know what also uses toilet paper? Piss. True. Actually, I'm a woman. Oh wait, is it Woman Day yet? Is it? Sorry. Wait a second, sorry, tangent. Is it Woman Day yet? Woman. It is Woman's Day! Heck yeah! You know who's a woman? Me. It's Women's Day, so you're welcome for my presence. I think it means more than that. But you're welcome, I am a woman. It's Woman Day. Happy Woman Day, everyone. Happy Women Day for all the women in chat. Happy Woman Day. I have been waiting. Travel to traveling to a country that would take a couple of rolls. I always take toilet paper with me, everywhere that I go, because I am part of my family, and my family is very toilet paper heavy. Also, take care, Gevs. Thank you for the lurk. Look after yourself. Get some good Z's. Happy Woman Day. I'm gonna make that. Happy. Oh, that's not how you spell happy. Happy Woman Day. And then that's getting pinned. That's getting pinned for the whole stream. Wait, there you go. Excuse me, Happy Woman Day. I'm just really gonna check. What is Women's Day? Excuse me. International Women's Day. Yeah, there we go, that looks like it. Oh, embrace equality. Oh God, everything's moving too quickly on this page. I can't. Oh God. Is there another page which things don't move on? Oh, I go on Wikipedia. Things won't move on there. It's a global holiday celebrated annually on March 8th as a focal point in the women's rights movement, bringing attention to issues such as gender equality, reproductive rights, and violence and abuse against women. Honestly, the reproductive rights bit as well, especially right now, very, very, very on the nose for stuff that's going on right now. Hell yeah! Happy Woman Day. Glad they could exist for this one. Yeah, this is the one day. It's a horrifying time to be a woman. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. It's hard to make a joke about that. Yeah. There's a lot of things. Oh, kind of, I guess maybe a more relatable thing. As someone who has to go to the doctors and the hospital quite regularly, you know how many times I get asked if I'm pregnant on I feel like every time someone sees me, it's like, are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? Have you got pregnant? Are you pregnant? Oh my God, are you pregnant? No. Every time. I get it, obviously there are medications you can't be on if you're pregnant, but oh my God, the hysteria around pregnancy. All the stuff around pregnancy, to be fair. In the US, I would encourage folks to consider shopping at Walgreens. Okay. Why? I can't endorse something without knowing why. What do they do? I saw Hershey's were doing women's things. It's unfortunate I don't particularly like Hershey's chocolate, but I saw that they were putting like women on the wrappers. Ah, dear. I too like to eat women. Hershey's, thank you. I feel very seen. Oh dear. I think it raises money for like an organization or something like that though. So it goes to like a charity, which is good stuff. Still refusing to sell morning after drugs, even is it a licensing thing or is it something else? Yeah, let's Tentacle Kennel! Welcome on in. Yeah, we make tentacles here. Although at the moment we're saying Happy Woman Day to every woman. Happy woman. Thank you for being woman. Happy Woman Day. Welcome on in. Happy woman. I'll take a moment to say, of course, like also happy woman, regardless. Happy trans woman, every woman, or woman. Everyone who identifies as woman. Happy Woman Day. Happy woman. I also Shifty. You can't Shifty, that sounds bad. You can't add that. And Rabbaz will say continue to contribute to product. Great. That's the I can't narrow my eyes. Wait, I can in this one though. Shifty. How dare you? Intersectionality. Yeah. Demonic possession. Yeah. Woman. Yeah. Have you never seen your quote list before? I do my best not to look, honestly. You guys want to see how far we got on Monday? Honestly, it's a little bit pitiful. We did a You know what? This is much better than my sewing work. Look at these sweet beans. Alright, sorry ducks. This is as far as we got on Monday. We just did the top of the tentacle. We still have all the beads to put in and all the sequins around the outside. I might, really quickly, just while we're doing this project, I might try zoom in a little bit because otherwise, yeah, just around there. There you go. It's a small thing. Small, precious tentacle. Yeah. I got the beads. I got my thread. I got my chicken with tons of needles in it. I meant to use this as a paperweight. My family got it for me to use as a paperweight, but I've only used it as the needle chicken. Goodbye world. This. Wait, what happened? That's just over a year ago. Jesus. I'm doing all right now. Don't worry. It's been a couple years. It's fine. Oh dear. Oh, also, actually, another very small announcement. This is probably just going to annoy people more than anything else. You'll have to excuse me. I'm trying to learn a new skill right now, but I won't be very good at it for a while. So I'm trying to learn to edit. I'm trying to learn to do editing work, like proper editing. It's gonna be a very slow process because it's the kind of thing that I generally really struggle with. I've tried before and it just, some things come a bit naturally and some things don't. Editing does not come naturaling to me at all. Not naturaling at all. So I'm doing my best. I'm starting to edit some clips. So if you start seeing random things appear like clips, I apologize.
Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day! Sonny, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the Happy Women's Day. If you ever need assistance, oh yeah, you have like a whole degree in it. That is true. I might reach out then. But yeah, I might sometimes take clips from stream. I've actually been taking clips from stream for like the last week because I knew this was something that I wanted to practice. And just simple editing, just simple. I'm not looking to like, make things flip upside down and multicolored all over your screen. I just want to practice doing something, just a little bit. Also, sorry, I was scratching my nose then. I forget that, the VTube model can tell when you scratch your nose. Sees all. Oh dear.
Happy Women's Day. Shout out to all the women.
Shout out to all the women. Happy Women's Day. I'm out of the phone to take it out of the conversation alone things. Yeah, it's like I'm pretty confident when it comes to sewing. I am not very confident when it comes to technology, but I want to be. I want to get better at it. This is going to be the year of self-improvement for me. There's a lot of things I want to improve, and I have the time to do it. So I'm gonna be giving it my bestest shot. But I apologize in the meantime for spamming your timelines with me editing clips. It does mean though, if you miss a stream, you can just watch my edited clips. I'm not uploading them to YouTube or anything like that. They'll probably mainly just be on Twitter. Maybe I'll put them in the Discord. I'm a bit self-conscious about it, and Twitter is my smallest platform, which is why they're going on Twitter, because the least people see it on Twitter. But yeah, I'm practicing. Hey, wait, isn't Shifty's degree in cake? Oh, Jelly, welcome on in. Thank you so much. Just very kind of you. I'm gonna give it my best shot. Gonna try and get good. Oh, yeah. Editing 9 to 5 for 6 years now. Nice. I've been editing 2 days. Although I have tried doing stuff in the past. It's just very noobish. That's my PhD. Yeah. PhD in cake. But degree. That's in editing. Dr. Bluke. Oh, yeah, I liked your... I like the name trend. I think it's very cute. Oh, dear. I need an editor. Oh, nice. Oh, dear. It's what I do all the time, and I'm hopefully not too rude. What program are you using? 2 seconds, because I have been consistently mispronouncing it. So I am going to look at my desktop and get the right name. Sorry, I'm an embarrassing level of unorganized. Excuse me, ducks for 2 seconds. Oh, actually, no, it's on this screen, isn't it? What is it? What is it? Oh my god, I've got so many layers of things. DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve.
Driblook, my cake is too big and juicy. What do I do? Oh, woo.
Did you just make my jelly companion a woo? So... Ooh. Ooh, I don't know about that, Sonny. You just made him a woo? Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, it's a fun trend. Yeah, I like it. Ah, dear. Made a dozen Scotch eggs. Oh, really? Hell yeah. Do you like Scotch eggs? I'm picky with them. I've had some really good ones, and so now like I won't take anything less. I've had a good Scotch egg. I'm sorry. That's it for me. You've lost me. Tesco's Scotch eggs. But I really like them. I did used to like them a lot more. Oh dear. With Uwu, not Uwu too. Yeah, you still managed to get him. God damn it. Yes, that's a learning curve for quite a few people, so I wouldn't be too disheartened. DaVinci is good though. A lot of people are moving to it. I've actually had it for a while. And I've just been staring at it like, should I learn this? And then this is the year where I'm like, yeah, you know what? Sure, fuck it. It's fine. I'm not doing... I wanna spend this year learning and getting better. Like, I don't want to go too much into it, but I actually, at the beginning of this year, which in hindsight, I'm really glad that I didn't get them. I actually applied for some stuff at the beginning of the year. Obviously, I have to work from home and stuff, which there are some limitations, but I actually applied for some stuff. And what I got from that was just it'd be useful if I had some other skills. I would say editing videos, maybe not so particularly, but editing in general, more Photoshop skills, stuff like that. They're all useful, so I'm just going to spend this year gaining skills, basically. Native from Scotland who was feeling a bit homesick, so oh, wait, that's so sweet. Oh, I'm sure they'll really appreciate it. Hell yeah. That's a really nice gesture. Oh, cute. You're very cute. Give me, there you go. Give me a bead. Sunkoi, welcome on in, the chat companion. They're really cute, yeah. I go on and I love him. He's only being used for text-to-speech in channel points because there's already text-to-speech set up for like bits and stuff. So he's just a channel point bean. But it's good because it means anyone can use him without having to sub or do bits or stuff. I hope you're doing well, by the way, Sunkoi. I'll take a cake transplant. I'll take the extra cake off your hands. There you go, Mr. Bluke, ever the generous. Good morning. The jelly companion is me after sugary Starbucks. I really like him. Ah, dear. He's very cute. It's very cute. I actually based him off the one that I made for myself for Eurovision. I did remake him so that he was like a GIF because I wanted him to wiggle when he's not in movement, because obviously it's a lot of time when he's not moving. So I wanted him to still be visually interesting. So I have him being like a little wiggly dude. But yeah, I love him. I love him. Even if he's cursed, even if he says random shit, which is mainly your guys' fault actually. I'm blaming him, but it's not actually his fault. The fault of, I think, was it Rambo that sent in something that like completely broke him the other day? I think it was Rambo. Rambo sent in something and it broke him. He was just yelling at gibberish for like a solid minute. Oh dear. I used panko for breadcrumbs and some paprika and they turned out really good in my opinion. Heck yeah. Listen, if they're delicious and it sounds like you've done it right. Oh dear. Give me that one. Oh, that's too many. That's too many. I only wanted 2. There you go. Actually, do I only want 1? I might only want 1. Smaller space than I thought it was.
Piss, I love the piss.
Jason. Jason. Our sweet, sweet bean doesn't say that. Also, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Did anyone get you a fish? Oh, I didn't bother trying. They were too expensive for me. I'm a zero income bean.
This? Notices your piss there.
So this is the problem. My chat's very cursed, which means we get shit like that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, welcome on in Vortex and welcome on in Jason. I hope you're both doing well. Oh dear. Back by unpopular demand. Nah, it's always lovely to see you. I hope you're both doing well. Welcome on in. Even if you're making my jelly say horrific things. We're just adding the beads to the tentacles. We did the sequining on Monday, so we're just finishing them off now. Hell yeah. How you doing? I'm alright. I'm alright. I'll be honest, it's been a pretty rough 2 weeks now, I'd say. But we're doing okay. And like, honestly, I've really been enjoying streaming the last couple weeks. A lot. So there hasn't been that. It's been like ups and downs, you know. Also, I have a knot. No! The knots. Although, to be fair, is this a bad knot? I actually might be able to fix that later. It's what I'll do is I'll put my needle through it later and we'll pull it out because it's only really very tiny. I'm not super worried about that one. That's a manageable knot, if I've ever seen one. Oh dear. I saw, Jason, the stuff that you'd put in the Discord looked delicious. Really, really good. Everything you've been putting in the Discord recently looks delicious, but I guess that's the benefit of a cooking class. Like, it looks really good. Yeah, Sonny, they're not only forklift daddy now, they can also cook. Yeah, you can't forget that. They also cook now. And they cook bloody nice looking stuff. Like, I advise people to go check it out in the Discord. They've been posting pictures. Oh dear. But it's my first time. Oh really? Hell yeah, congratulations. How did you find it? Was it very difficult or, because you've already got a lot of the skills that would go into that sort of thing, right? Was it very difficult or just mainly time consuming? There you go. This is what I mean by just pulling it out a little bit rather than tying it off or anything. Just do that. And that way the beads won't come loose. I mean, they won't come loose anyway because I'll be gluing them, but like, you know. Oh dear. Surviving the snow. Hell yeah. All surviving the snow here. Oh dear. Knock on bookcase for new knots and ouches. Oh no. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully that'll be our only knot of the session now. Yes. Just one knot. There we go. And in there. To be fair, this orange thread is one that knots a lot anyway. I don't know why. I don't know what's happened to this orange thread, but it's like a lot more curvy or curly than the other ones. And like, it's just a Gutermann thread. Like, I've used this thread for ages, but like this particular spool is quite bad. I'm wondering if maybe at some point it got wet and then because of that, it's kind of stuck in its position a lot more. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing, really. Go. About, yeah. Ah, very sparkly also. Hell yeah. just ignoring this note. If you acknowledge it, you're rewarding the weather's behavior. Yeah, you're right. I use ZBrush, which is the industry standard, so I have to spend ages getting used to the software. I love using all the extra technicals. Okay. When super well, however, I only know sometimes finished. I didn't give it a It's fine. No one needs a pelvis. Pelvis schmelvis, exactly. No one needs pelvises. As a slime lady, I say no pelvises. In fact, no bones. No bones. Not a single bone. I'm in the low and flat part of Wales. Wales is a very hilly, mountainous place. I can't say the same for most people. Yeah, I think here it's difficult to ignore it. But then also, I'm not really seeing people outside. So there, we're doing a pretty good job. Excuse me, sorry, I'm just screaming at you today. My bad. Thank you for the hick. Just belly straight to legs. Yeah, exactly. In fact, if anything, it should be head straight to belly, straight to legs. Slime. No bones. Not a single bone. Not a single bone in this chat. Only slime. No bones, only slime. There we go. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Okay, I should probably put the first... Oh, actually no, we'll do... Should I do the first big one? 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab another tentacle. So I'm gonna like zoom off because I can't be bothered to get rid of myself. I'm gonna zoom off really quickly. I just want to have a look at the placement of the big ones. So I get it relatively the same. That's the mushroom. Here's a tentacle. Okay. Yeah, keep all my stuff in. Oh my god, I'm huge! Whoa! I didn't realize I thought I'd get small. I didn't realize I'd get big. My god, a splat against your stream. My bad. It's just so I can get an idea of like where these ones go and get it in the same place. So it looks like I need to go a little bit lower down, and then I might add all of those in at once just to make sure that I get it right. I'll put that there though. You can see like a little bit of previous work there. There you go. More screen stuff. Boneless chat, absolutely boneless. And thank you for the like brains. I appreciate it. I hope you get some good Z's. Luckily I didn't get marked down for it because it was my first try, and I used all the technical stuff. Most people don't anyway. So yeah, trade-off. Exactly. The lack of other restaurants in Wales makes sense. True, true. They're the tiny and giant. Yeah, invertebrates only. True. This is an invertebrate only chat. So yeah, if you have a vertebrae, I'm so sorry. I've got some bad news for you. Yeah, this is a chat for just the invertebrates, I'm afraid. I like my chat boneless. Yeah, nice boneless chat. You're welcome. Yeah, that's the kind of space that I aim to create. Completely boneless. You know, streamers cultivate their communities, right? So I have to make sure that people know what we expect from you. And here, what we expect from you is no bones, actually. Not a single bone. You know, I don't think we're asking for that much. I think many other communities have loads of rules and all that kind of stuff. Here, we just ask that you leave your bones at the door. This is a bone-free zone. Okay? Oh dear. Good point, because even if you dislike the outcome, you learn to... Yeah, that's a very fair point. That's a very fair point. Okay. I think I can put in the first one. And probably use the rest of this thread just to get these the same. So after this one, go down here. It's just easier to like build around the big beads. So if I put the big beads in first, I don't have to think about them anymore. There should be 6 beads total. Well, 6 big beads. More than 6 beads total. But 6 large ones. And then go, and then one here. Oh dear. No bones on Women's Day? Exactly. We're bringing back No Bones Day. No Bones Day. Not a single bones. Twitch glitched out? Oh no. Twitch has been very twitchy recently, to be fair. The last week, I've heard so many streamers having problems with like going live or being able to read their chat and stuff, and it's like, geez, what's going on? Happy to state I do not have a good. No bones. No bone day. You just drop your bones, dip yourself in seasoning, get in the fry. It is not that much to ask. You're right, you're right. Like, I don't think we're asking that much of our viewers. Just to, like, you know, leave your bones. You know, it's not we don't ask a lot. Hungry for Nando's, delicious. Yeah. Ooh! Sorry. Scuffled it with my hands. There we go. Okay. There you go. That's all the big ones in. It just makes it easier to have that there and be like, okay, that's where those ones need to go, and then we can fill in around it. And they don't need to be exactly in the same place, because obviously they're different baubles, but like close enough that I don't have to worry about them like having different amounts or looking completely different, I suppose. Put my mind at ease a little bit. Yeah, nice bobbly tentacles. I think that was messed up big time for me the other day. I couldn't change up, but oh god. They were like, you can't come back. Take a nice break. You must continue to take a break, Vortex. Ah, dear. When Twitch enforces break. You're like, you're working too hard. Take a break. No, you can't come off break yet. Keep taking a break. More break for you, Vortex. Oh dear, that's too much power. Twitch shouldn't be allowed that much power. Twitch can't make me take a break, excuse me. Not even Twitch chat can make me take a break. We have like the hydrate and posture check, and I just refuse to do them half the time. People are like, yeah, can you hydrate? No, actually. I refuse. Well, like, can you fix your posture? Although I will say, when I use the VTuber, I do tend to have pretty good posture. So it's like, it's not very, doesn't really need fixing. It's just because otherwise, if you don't have good posture, the camera won't pick you up very well. So I do tend to do that. Is Twitch doing a Nintendo Wii thing where it makes you take a break? Yeah, it was making Vortex take a break on their stream. Gotta take a break. No, you don't get a choice. It's break time. Go take a break. God, could you imagine? Because a lot of people do stream for really, really long periods of time, but like they probably don't want to be forced to take a break. Like they're probably getting into it. Like, what if you're doing like a speed run of like Final Fantasy or like another really long game? You can't go taking breaks. Excuse me. It's a speed run. Oh dear. There we go. Don't even put it on the screen. Oh god. Twitch is just taking over your computer. Oh, I'm sorry. Rip. Alright, I'm gonna get some more thread because beating need a long and we're being careful. But we're like the first bit. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're making progress and I'm happy. Really scuffle any 20. Yeah, it would. Yeah, like I'm doing a 24-hour stream except Twitch keeps forcing me to take breaks. Oh dear, sitting there talking to myself. We've all had that. I spend most streams sitting there talking to myself for like the first half an hour. Is it on purpose? No, I always intend to like jump into work immediately. That's just not what happens. I get on a subject and I'm like, I'm gonna talk about this now, and no one can stop me. Twitch was pay. So standing here realized, oh god. How many people here have gone live and not unmuted themselves? So like they're just talking silently and no one can hear you. Or also clicking the record button instead of the stream button, so you just sit here recording and then no one comes into chat and you're like, oh, I guess it's a quiet day, huh? Oh dear me. Me too. Normally I notice pretty quickly because it just looks a little bit different when you're recording. At least my setup does when you're streaming. So normally I check, and also because I have, for the first 5 minutes normally, I have my own stream open in the background to make sure that like it's loading and I'm not having lots of lag, because again, that doesn't always show on this end, but it will show on your end. Yeah. Yes. I've turned mic on in Streamlabs and forgot to unmute my headset. Oh, you know, Shifty, I don't know if I mentioned this to you when I was doing it. Probably not, because I was doing lots of things. When I was getting the recordings for number 1, tampon in steak, I did at one point, instead of click record and like recording the audio, I don't know why I was recording it for OBS, but I was recording them all through OBS. I clicked go live, and so there was for like, I want to say about 1 or 2 minutes on my Twitch channel, there was like a 30-second, oh no, it would have been like a minute-long stream of me getting various recordings of tampon in steak. Tampon in steak. It was just me like getting different volumes of it so I could take it over to Audacity and be like, this is the one I want. But I was like looking for the recording in my folder and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I realized I'd gone live. I'd gone live and I'd just gone tampon and steak for like a full minute on like a completely black screen.
Number one, tampon in steak.
Also, Riku, welcome on and happy Woman Day. Oh dear, the rare and legendary tampon and steak stream. Yeah, it wasn't live long enough to trigger my Meebot, thankfully, so it didn't post in the Discord. But I don't think it was long enough to post on people's their emails either. But it was long enough for it to save as a VOD. Sounds like you'd find the tape. It does, yeah, it's modern art. It's just a 1-minute recording of me getting different volumes of tampon in steak. Oh my god. Yeah, and then I obviously went and deleted that very, very quickly because I was like, I do not want... Oh, that's just so confusing and there's no context. I can't leave that there. Ah! I'm so sorry, 15 isn't anything. It's number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you want to find in your Burger King burger is somebody's foot letters. Oh dear. Oh, you did redeem a hydrate. I said I wasn't gonna do it and then I didn't do it, but I would actually do it right now. 2 seconds. I will forever. I didn't download it, so I just deleted it, which means the tampon and steak stream is gone forever. I guess unless you're Twitch stuff, and then maybe it's not, but from my point of view, it's gone forever. Oh dear. It is Biscuit Tuesday, yeah. I'm drinking the good stuff. The new V2, yeah! I'm a slime lady. Wait, look at my feet. I mean, lack of feet. What? I'm a wobbly lady. Look at this. Whoa. I have wobbly hands as well. My hands also wobble up and down. Look at that. Whoa. Wobbly. Completely slime. Yeah. You want to say
Number
it?
15, Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus. But as it turns out, it might be what you get.
Why you say burger like burger? The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is somebody's foot fungus. Burger. Feet, you say? Well, I don't have feet. That's the you got baited. I have no feet, just wobbly things. Hacking into the network. Oh God. Jelly, I don't have any toes, so maybe. Such wibble. Yeah, I have so much wibble. Because it's slime. I gotta be ultimate wibble. Hell yeah. Oh, actually, Sunkoi, have you seen? Now when people are nice to me, if anyone's like, thank you so much for being a woman on this platform, Jelly. You're such a cool woman. I appreciate your service. I can be like, yeah. I have my compliment-proof face ready now. Oh dear. Lotus. What is the other one that they say really cutely? Was it? Oh, what was it? They said pubic. They say pubic really cute. Oh dear. That time, I have seen that time I was reincarnated as a slime. I have. I like that show a lot. It's very cute. I like that it becomes just a city building thing as well. Like, it starts off with a silly premise and then just becomes City Builder the anime. It's really cool. Oh dear, Rainbow Woman Justice, yeah! It's the pride flag I hide in my mouth. Oh damn, I worked in a college of many different fast food. I guarantee that there are some terrible things people put in their food and they didn't get fired. But they weren't caught in time before the items were bought by people. Ew! Pubic. Yeah, they say pubic really cute. Let me see if I can get them to say it. they're sometimes a bit funny about naughty words, but because they basically have auto mod. If I go pubic, that's how you spell it, right? Say it. It's cute. It's very cute, I promise. Come on.
Pubic.
Pubic. They say it like pubic. Pubic. It's so cute. Of all the words to say in a really cute way, it's kind of a shame that it's pubic, but like they go pubic. Oh dear. Also, I wasn't the one who discovered this just to cover my own back. It was Rambo. But it is really cute. Oh dear. Can confirm never buy food from a cinema. Robots for everyone. Pubic. One of my mama tulip as a traditional gift tulips to women on the 8th of March. Hell yeah! Go get your mama tulip. I'm sure she'd very much appreciate it. Cute. Heck yeah. Oh, and thank you for the hicks. You're right, I have been hicking today. Oh dear. Oh. I think I can do another white one in there. Oh no. Okay. I'm prepared.
Hey Jelly, thank you for doing what you do. You're an amazing streamer and an inspiration to the community. Keep up the amazing crafts and cosplays.
Thank you. It's very kind of you. I just can't handle that kind. I'm British. No. Thank you, Shifty. Oh god, I came back into it. Thank you, Shifty. It's very kind of you. Bleh. Oh dear. Don't buy popcorn for cinema on an intercycle. As you can see them pop it directly in front of you. The thing is though, it's so expensive. Does anyone actually buy popcorn at the cinema? Anyone in this chat at least? Does anyone here actually buy that? Because it's... Or does people just sneak in food? I don't remember the last... I mean, I also don't go to the cinema. I should preface this with, I don't go to the cinema because flashing lights, and it's kind of difficult for me to safely go to the cinema, so I don't. But even when I did, even when I could, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy food there. I never bought food there. I didn't even buy drinks there. I feel the same. Like, but I like saying nice things to my friend. No, I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Oh dear. I buy it from Cineworld because they actually make their popcorn. The others have big bags. Okay. We use movies to leverage people's money. Yeah, I mean, I just... The thing is, I haven't been to the cinema very often really since I was like a kid. But when I was a kid, the cinema I'd go to had a McDonald's next door. So we'd just get takeaway McDonald's, put it in our bag, and then go into the cinema. And then eat McDonald's. Like, because it was literally next door. Like, I think everyone did that back home. Would just go to the McDonald's next door, get a McDonald's Happy Meal or something, and then go to the cinema. Like, because it's literally next door. Oh dear. There was also a Tesco just around the corner if you wanted anything else. But yeah. Good review cinemas, they have a rule on not taking non-smell foods. Oh, non-smell foods. Okay. Huh. I kick people out for eating Mackies. Ah, how could you? You leave me be. You leave me and my Mackies be. To be fair, we all ate Mackies. It was just a cinema full of Mackies. Oh dear. Oh, not usually, but me and my boyfriend went in December to watch Matilda and Avatar. Oh, the Way of the Water one. Yeah. We bought popcorn and nachos, but it was a treat because we only see each other every couple months. That's very fair. Nothing wrong with treating yourself as well. Oh dear. We have a strict no outside policy, but we can't enforce it unless we see a McDonald's bag. Mackey's is smelly. Leave me and my Mackey's be. You're smelly. Humpher. Although, once again, I won't be going into any... I haven't watched anything in the cinema for like 10 years. You won't be having to worry about me or my Mackies anytime soon. Because I literally do not go to a cinema. Starry, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I'm just calling people in chat smelly, don't mind me. I have nothing to base this on. That being said, smelly. Oh, dear. Oh. Usually I sneak Pringles and my own food in. Yeah, I think these days, well, also I don't live back where I used to live anymore, but I'd probably sneak in, I don't know, like Tang Fastics or something. Like Haribo Tang Fastics. That feels like a good one. Popcorn just, I don't know why. Whenever I eat popcorn these days, I just choke every single time. Like, I just end up choking. So, like, I don't find eating popcorn to be the most fun experience for some reason. I really don't know why. But every time that I've eaten Pokemon, oh my god, I'm getting very confused. Popcorn, as an adult, I just ended up choking. And so I just don't eat it anymore, really. Not unless it's, like, heavily covered in other things. So that I don't have to worry about choking. Also, Rain Monster, welcome on in! It me, a slime lady. Oh dear. Oh, and alcohol. Alcohol I can kind of see. You know, people getting rowdy. I went out very quiet for you. We enjoyed free cinema tickets and the discounted food made it cheaper than buying outside. That's pretty good. That sounds like a pretty good deal. Also, Mackey's right next to cinema, so you usually get that after. Fair. See many people bring in their own bags of popcorn that they've just popped at home. I do not choke on popcorn. Does anyone, like, is it just me? I just choke on popcorn. God damn it. Shoot. Maybe I'm just allergic to popcorn. Maybe that's what this is. Every time I eat popcorn, I just die. Jelly can't eat, I don't eat Pokemon. Don't worry, don't worry. Although, canonically, I think they do eat Pokemon. Because in the most recent Pokemon, there's pigs and there's ham. I just feel like that ham had to come from somewhere, and it had to be the pig Pokemon, right? These sounds are so good, I wish I could buy it elsewhere. Do they make it themselves? Hell yeah. The popcorn that gets stuck between the teeth, oh yeah, that's also a problem. Yeah. Slime lady, yeah. Like, every time someone's like, oh my god, slime, I'm like, yeah, look at my feet. Oh wait, I don't have any feet. I just have wobbly bits and wobbly hands. Everything wobbly. I'm just a wobbly lady. Yeah. Alright, let me get back up again. There you go. Oh dear. Don't ask where the salsa comes from. I choke and cut my gums, but I still eat it. I'm like, oh god, I bring my bag of candy floss. See, I'm a snob. I really only like freshly spun candy floss. And I know that's really snobbish, and I don't know why. But like, this candy floss in a bag, it just bothers me. But there used to be cinemas that stuff, liquor and food, and it brought you to your seat. Oh my god, that sounds pretty good. Ours was a giant can. I loved opening the giant can. Oh. Ours comes in squishy bags, but fair. I guess it doesn't matter as long as you can get it all out. Canonically, regular animals kind of exist in Pokemon. Characters have been called chicken, which that does imply, you're right. But in the recent one, they introduced the pig Pokemon, and they also introduced ham. It just feels like a coincidence, you know? Like, too much of a coincidence. Oh dear, I used to treat myself to Tango Ice Blast, but since they've gone sugar-free, they suck. I was never allowed them as a kid, because they had too much sugar in them. But I used to get them at fairs and stuff when my parents weren't around. I'd be like, yeah, the Ice Blast, it's mine. Let me go to 50, so it's probably changed. That's very fair. Also, there are references to Pokedex to regular animals. Ooh. It sounds it isn't too bad. In fact, I just don't eat the food at View. The only thing I have at View is the ice water. Oh, okay. Normally, I bring a bag of candy floss to cinema. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the bags that are off-putting to me because it doesn't really taste any different. But there's something about it that I you know, there's certain things your stomach's like, don't eat that. It's one of the things my stomach just really doesn't want to eat. And there's no logic behind it, really. I just struggle with that. Do you have fairs, funnel cakes, and elephant ears and other deep fried treats? No. No. It's more like rides that might fall over at any minute and like they rock around a lot. You get the dummies. Do you guys get the dummies? The dummies that like are candy dummies? Yeah, like the really big candy dummies. And then bags of candy floss. Sometimes like foam sweets in like a cone. Yeah. Those are the ones that I think of when I think of the local fair. If it's the one back home, like the Fate is different to the fair. The fair has all the rides. The Fate is the one where we do maypole and have hog roast and all that kind of stuff. But the fair is a lot more modern. Yeah. I don't trust the rides though. Do not trust the rides. I had a quest in Pokemon where gratitude people were selling slow Pokemon Tails say they tasted really good. Ah! Always take my own snacks and drinks to cinema. Fair. Very fair. Oh dear. I mean, they're sugar-free. They just fall a bit flat without the sugar. Yeah, I mean, the sugar was the main selling point, really. So, I can see that. We should beaver tails here.
Cookie, jelly.
Oh. Oh my god, he's a bee! When did you become a bee? Okay, so for context, the message was hi jelly. I mean, this is a hi jelly if I ever heard one. Hello? Hello? How are you doing? Are you good? Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi. Oh, sorry, let me just say that in my preferred language. What happened? It has become like a bee. Anime, welcome on in. I have no idea why that happened. But I hope you're doing well. The fate is where people spend all their money on a tombola. Yeah. That is fate. That's fate. Candy dummy should come in a tub, not in a bag. They give you a tiny ass cup for like £3. Oh, I just pick a mix and then medium, and the small and medium exactly the same size, and the sweets don't get replaced till they run out. True. Oh dear, I think the blob is broken. Me too. Sounds like the cult. It does sound a bit like the cult. Did you guys do good? Listen, they are people. This is my people, though.
We like to party. 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 Got passage and everybody's jumping. New York to San Francisco, an interstate free disco. The wheels are still on turning, and traffic lights are burning. So if you like to party, come on and move your body.
I don't know if Jelly knows what the Great Conjunction is. I don't know if they recognize that as a word. Or maybe they did say it and I didn't hear it. But I feel like the Jelly might be a bit young for the Great Conjunction. I'm not sure they quite understand. Like, can you say Great Conjunction? It might be a bit too hard. Our Jelly is just a baby after all. Just a little baby. Oh, what? Get that out the way a little bit. Oh, yeah, sorry anime. I don't know what happened there. I really don't. But hi, I hope you're doing good. There is an actual conjunction recently with Venus and Jupiter. Oh, really? Oh my god, a great conjunction. Hell yeah! The thing is though, in the newspaper that I used to get the horoscopes from, the Great Conjunction normally meant really bad things for everyone. Like, every time there was a Great Conjunction, everyone got bad luck for some reason. And like, maybe there's a reason that's the case. Oh, you know what I did the other day, by the way? Sorry, random tangent now that we brought up the Great Conjunction. I was feeling kind of, you know when you're feeling like kind of sick and it's late at night and you can't sleep because you feel kind of sick? I was having one of those days where I was feeling kind of sick. So I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find out what my moon sign and my sun sign and my rising sign and all of that is. I'm going to get my full
Human sounds confuse me and rattle around my jelly body wobble.
Wobble. Thank you, Sleeves. Yeah, I found out all of my signs. I found out everything. I did save it somewhere. Oh no, now I have to find out where I saved it. Was it just in my downloads? Maybe. No. Where the hell would I have saved that?
The Great Conjunction.
The Great Conjunction! Where would I have saved my astrology results? Can anyone quickly peep inside my brain and remind me where I saved this? Because, Lord, I don't know. I have no idea. where I would have saved my great conjunction results.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Oh my god! Well done. That's a hard one to say. Good on you. Heck yeah. Yeah, I have no idea where I saved them. I remember what they were though. I think the sun sign's the regular one, right? That's the one that everybody knows. I'm a Scorpio. And then my moon sign was Sagittarius. And then what was the other one? The rising sign was Cancer. There you go. And then the last one, which I can't remember, was also Scorpio. So it's Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cancer, Scorpio. Yes. Why are you a bee? Can I, just out of curiosity?
Great.
Great! I can actually mute him if I need to. To be fair, that is just useful to know in case anyone comes in with like bad intentions. I can just immediately mute him. That's good. That's good. Thank you for letting me test that. Hell yeah. Well done. Thank you! Happy Women Day! Chinchilla's Happy Woman Day! I hope you enjoy Woman Day. Oh, dear. Oh, thank you. Yeah. If you could look around my brain, that would be great. I do not remember where I saved it, but I remember the main four. Oh, dear. It could do that, but not high. No,
Wobble.
I can't do... Wobble. It can do high. It can do wobble. It can do bzzz. Oh, it could be the double exclamation marks. I might have to ban double exclamation marks. Because it's making it go zzz. Great! I like that that's the only word it got out of it as well. It just buzzed for ages and then went great. No. Yeah, but if it's getting like a lot, because otherwise, if the problem is Shifty, it's fine if people aren't constantly spamming it, but most of the time when people find like an issue, they're like, and we spam it. You're a streamer, you understand. Oh dear. I appreciate everyone for helping me find out the glitch in the system. Yes. Oh dear, I don't know. I'm not an astrologist. I think it's based on what. Yeah. So if you go online, find one that's free, because there are plenty of free ones. They'll give you the same results. You don't need to pay for this. But you can find your astrological sign. So basically, you need to know obviously the day you were born, but also the time you were born. So you need to find that out, because that's important too. And then you just put in that, and then it tells you all of your moons and stars and stuff like that. You know, personally, I will say I don't necessarily believe in it. Just to be like very, I guess, transparent. But I do think it's cool. I don't believe in it, but I think it's cool. Yeah. You do be. Oh my god, you can do my horoscope for free. Okay, can I have a horoscope, please? I'm a Scorpio. Can I have my Scorpio horoscope, please? Never put much effort into finding out. Well, neither did I, until I was feeling really sick one night and I couldn't sleep because I felt sick. So I was like, I'm gonna find all my star signs. It wasn't the same result that would be sus. That's true. Yeah, that's actually very true. But 8 in my time zone. Nice. I'm a cancerous Leo. Well, apparently, I just assumed I was all Scorpio, but I'm only double Scorpio. Because I have 2 other ones in there, which is Cancer and Sagittarius. But I don't really understand the implications of it. Sure, thank you! Ava Similar put it on it, Jelly. Yeah, I think it's cool, and I definitely respect people who do like, believe in it more heavily. But personally, it's not something that I believe in. I just think it's cool. Yeah. Love. Oh yeah, I see it when people tell me their star signs. See, I've told a lot of people that I'm a Scorpio, and the people that believe in that kind of thing mostly just don't believe me, because apparently I'm not a very good Scorpio. I am passionate, but I'm also like the mildest person. I'm a very mild being. And they're like, no, you're not Scorpio. There must be something else in there. And apparently there is. It's Sagittarius. But yeah, for the longest time, everyone who's been into it has been like, you're not very Scorpio-like. And I'm sorry. I'm very mild. I don't know what to say. Oh dear. We have to redeem it with an exclamation mark to test. Oh, you can if you like. I don't mind. Like today is a free for all. I'll fix it for next stream kind of thing, you know? I gotta give the people that found the glitch at least a little fun with it. Your horoscope is that today it will snow. And someone, oh, you will be hungry? Oh my god. How did you know? Because I'm actually already hungry right now. I have a really nice snack today, by the way. So I've been having a bit of a rough couple weeks, and Shiny got me like the custom lint bags where you can choose pick and mix, but for lint. But I can only eat them really, really slowly because it's chopped. Yeah, so I've got like a mango one, and I got amaretto, and I got coconut. Yeah, like unusual flavored lint. You're on quiet time. You're on quiet time for now, mister. Quiet time. No, 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 no. Better. Oh my god, that's long. Yeah, it's okay though, because I can't just mute him. Like, if he gets stuck, I can just mute. The other thing is you can actually, I'll test it at some point, but if you have like a proper glitch, you can refresh the bot, and so it just basically will cut that one out. I can also go onto the bot page if I want to, and it means when people redeem it, if they do try to say it and it's like it's not working, I can just stop it immediately, which obviously it's not super useful right now, but like if someone had say put like a slur in it or something like that and I couldn't mute, I could stop it like that. Yeah. Also, Jessica, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. We are, as you can see, chat has discovered a glitch in the system, and we're bees today. Please don't mind the bees. Oh dear. Yeah, their mouth is still going. Oh, actually, yeah, this might be a chance to see what happens if I refresh it. Oh. So that would mean that what I'd have to do is like, excuse me, I'm gonna go to Among Us. I'm gonna go to wait. Yeah, and it stops it. Yeah. I can do that as well. Yeah. A jelly bee. A jelly bee, yes. Except he turns into a bee when you double exclamation. I'll have a double question mark as well. Actually, that's a good one to know. So I'll have to do that. It's Woman Day. Yeah, Happy Woman Day. It's a day for happy women. Make women happy. Give
Woman
chocolate.
Day. When's International Jello Day?
Jello Day is every single day, which means, yeah, actually, give me your chocolate. Because it doesn't exist right now, it means that it's every single day, which means, yeah, you know, I have offerings. You could just go send my offerings. If you put them in the ocean, I might get them. Just make sure that it's not unsafe for the ocean. Like, I prefer offerings of water. For I am a slime. Oh dear. Are you making my Jello say I am not okay? He's fine. Women get 1 day. Yeah, I get 365. I get every day. I'm not Ark. You're right. They're not Ark. I think you might have to write okay with an A and a Y, otherwise it's Ark. That being said, you know what? You're right though, they're not Ark. You heard him. He's not Ark. I am not Ark. Ark. My boyfriend gave me a frappe. Oh wait, that's actually really nice. I need to go tell Shiny it's International
I am
Women.
Jello.
You are Jello. You're a good bean also. You're Jello and a good bean. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go tell Shiny it's International Women's Day. Yeah. And I am, in fact, a woman. So, you know. I'm not Ark, I am Jello! He's a good bean, he's little I am Jello. He's doing his best, that's what he is. Oh dear. Although most of stream it feels like he's been a bee. As you may have noticed, I am in fact a woman. Me, hello. Hello Shiny, it is me, Jelly. And as you may know, I am in fact a woman. And did you know what day it is today? It is International Women Day. Which means, I don't really know what it means as far as like how you expect to be treated, but like I will take chocolate. Wish all the women happy Woman Day. Happy Woman Day. Honestly though, like jokes aside, probably it's a nice day to like, if there are women in your life, to go appreciate them. Like, say you have like mums or sisters or partners who identify as women, like going and being like, hey, thanks for being in my life. It'd be probably a nice day to do that. Like, jokes aside. Listen, if you want to donate water to the ocean, I'll take it. But like, jokes aside, it's probably like a nice day to send some appreciation to the women in your life. You know? Or friends. Friends as well, probably, if you don't have any other women in your life. But like, mums, sisters, cousins, friends, all that kind of stuff. Oh dear. I mean, you could do it other days as well. You don't have to wait for International Women's Day. I mean, that's kind of the same I feel about a lot of holidays. Like, you could wait, but you could just be like, nice to them sometimes anyway. But listen, if you're looking for a specific day, why not? I suggest it's a nice day for all women. All women. I suggest a milkshake. A milkshake is good. Hell yeah. I got chocolate with my mum yesterday. Ah, as a surprise. That's nice. What you working on? So we make little tentacles. I'm actually, so technically, I'm on hiatus at the moment for cosplay making until we hear some news from TwitchCon. When we hear news from TwitchCon, I'll be making a cosplay again, and I'm ready. We have so many plans. Like, look at all these goddamn plans for cosplay, but I have to wait for TwitchCon to announce it, or not announce it, whatever they're doing, so that I at least know the competition that I'm aiming for. So in the meantime, we're making tentacles and mushrooms and just cute little beaded and sequin projects. Keeps me practiced until I can make my next costume. And honestly, I like making them. They make me happy. They don't take so long, so it's just like a nice, well, it should be a nice day project, but when you're live streaming it, it's like a week. It's good. I enjoy it. I was originally created to bring attention to certain issues surrounding women. Yeah, which I still think is very apt and very important. Obviously, there are still lots of problems. I want to say it's like a very topical one. It's like the reproductive rights stuff is very much topical at the moment. And I know, especially if you know any women in your life that are being negatively affected by the laws that have been coming into place over the last couple of years, sending them some love today and support probably wouldn't go amiss. What the hell kind of bead is that? Oh my god, it looks like a sausage. It's cool, but I don't think that's what I necessarily want right now. Sausage is cool, but not right now. It's Women's Day. No sausage. Plans! Yeah, we got so many plans. I just have to wait. It's so cute, thank you! I appreciate it. Yeah, I really like making them. It's just been like a nice downtime project. I will say, I am very, very ready to start the next costume. This has been a very long time not making any costumes, and goddamn am I ready. But you know what, it's fine. We'll wait. I was talking to Amazonia cause I'm gonna wait till the 19th, and if I haven't heard anything by the 19th, we're going full on the next cosplay. Until then, planning and getting all of that stuff, because it's an original design, so I need to get all that sorted anyway. But yeah, if I haven't heard anything by the 19th, we're starting the next costume. Oh dear. Because I am done waiting. I have all, well, to be fair, I probably don't have all the fabric I need, but I have all the fabric I need for a fair amount of time. I'm ready, and I miss it. I miss making costume. Oh dear, no sausage, only clams. Exact, whammon! Whammon day. Clams, no sausage. No bones either. Leave your bones at the door. It's Women's Day. Although, honestly, as a slime streamer, you can leave your bones at the door any day, and I would probably appreciate it. Mind that every woman is valid no matter the circumstances. Exactly! Hell yeah! As long as you identify as a woman, or maybe sometimes identify as a woman, celebrate Women's Day. Or have people celebrate you, which honestly sounds more fun. You can celebrate it yourself, but prod everyone in your life and be like, it's Women's Day, I woman. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh dear. Hell yeah. Tentacles turning out really awesome. Thank you. Honestly, I have so many tentacles in this house now. I really do want to make a crown of them, but I know that's going to be such a time commitment because of all of the beading and stuff. But one day I might make a crown of them. One day. I can't understand that it's hard to keep... Wait. I have so much I want to say, but that I'm not really able to say right now about Twitch and cosplay and some of the stuff that it's doing and or not doing, I suppose. But I'm having to kind of keep my mouth shut right now. So I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful, but I'm very annoyed at the way that Twitch is treated the cosplayers that have been working really hard to enter TwitchCon for this year. I think leaving people in the dark and not saying anything to this extent is really rude. And then there's a lot of other stuff that I can't say. Dear. I know someone who came on the International Women's Day. Speaking of women, I am one. That's me. I'm a woman. Believe that? No, glad. We're very much anyone who identifies as woman is woman. Anyone who identifies as man is man. And if you don't identify, just let us know. The other thing is we are a one gender stream. Everyone is they, them. Because I'll be honest, Twitch usernames don't exactly give a lot away. And not everyone has the pronouns add-on. So everyone is they, them. Get ready for that. There is one gender on Twitch and it's they, them. It's just a lot easier. Oh, somebody brought that up on their stream. It was Anime. Anime brought it up on another stream the other day. They were like, did you know Jelly only has one gender in her chat? And I was like, oh, bother. This is gonna sound so bad. But no, they explained. I was just like, oh no, they're gonna think that I'm like one of those people that are like, there are two genders. And I'm like, no, it's just that on Twitch, everyone is they, them. I swear, I shouldn't leave this stream. Oh dear. Do you have Twitch? I do have some Twitch secrets. Yeah, they're not good secrets, I'm afraid. I'm a jelly bee, hell yeah! I am not one anymore, so I leave the beautiful day to other women. Hell yeah, that's very kind of you. It's a good day to like celebrate women in general, like you know, mums, sisters, cousins, friends, slime women on the internet. Oh dear, I'm a big spiry safe vortex a million miles away. Yeah, and you know what also you are? They, them. It's them, vortex, the they. It's just so much easier, honestly. What would you assume my gender is? It's really hard to say with Twitch names, but your color is green, which is also a pretty difficult one. I don't know. Green with a Twitch name, but you do have a capital S. But then you've also capitalized the L. Oh my god, it's hard. You're they, them. You're very neutral. According to my law, I could be either or any. Yeah. You know what? Happy Women's Day, Shifty. Excuse me, I never use pronouns because I'll happily have them all so people think I'm anti it. I think on Twitch as well, it's just easier to just not assume because you just don't know by a username. It's just difficult to say. It's just if you get into the habit of calling everyone they, them, you're normally not wrong. It's not good. Secrets may be the next excuse to commit Gwendolyn to other competitions. It's like... Okay, listen, I maybe messaged Shifty about this yesterday. Is it okay if I just copy and paste the message I sent to Shifty to you? Because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I don't know if I can rewrite. Okay, I don't know if I can rewrite all of this. Just gonna, if Shifty's okay with that, is it okay if I copy it from the message to Sunkoi? Yeah, cool. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I wanted to make sure, because obviously this was a message that I'd sent to you. Sunkoi, get ready for a DM and a half. I've just sent it to you via Discord. There you go. Now you know as well. But yeah, it's a situation. It's a situation, and it kind of has to stay secret for now, just to protect some of the people involved. It's definitely not ideal. I think there's a second part of that, yeah. There you go. And that's the second half of it. Sorry, it's a huge message. Oh, you also get some timestamps. Sorry, God, now you know how late at night I'm awake. My bad. Thank you, you're good. As long as you don't dox me. I've missed on going before. True. Oh dear. Capital S. Yeah, you're a capital S. I'm not sure. That makes it hard. Oh dear. There we go. Bye bye. Oh, take care, Wig. Look after yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that it goes well. Thank you so much for popping by. Oh, Denro, welcome on in. We're doing some more tentacle stuff. We're doing our like slimy tentacles, the Halloween sets. Slimy colors. Orange, green, and purple. Although technically, I guess every color is a slime color. You can have slime in every color. I like the Pepto-Bismol pink. Pepto-Bismol pink. That's my ideal slime color. It's not very Halloween-y, but that's for me ideal slime. I know that I am not that color, but I think I'd be too distracted by my model if I made it Pepto-Bismol pink. But that is my ideal slime. Wow. There we go. I hope you're doing well. We have been making like the slowest tentacle progress ever, but do you know what? We've been having some really fun chats. Also, happy Woman Day. I'm gonna wish it to everyone coming in from now on. Happy Woman Day. I am woman. Happy me. You may celebrate me anytime, for I am in fact a woman. Oh god, what a way to enter a stream. Yeah, you enter a stream, you're like, hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Streamer, meanwhile, I am a woman. You may celebrate me anytime. Oh my god. It's a cursed vibe, but it does kind of fit. There we go. Get that all stuffed in there. Wow, you talk happy Woman Day, Ro. Happy heckin' Woman Day. I hope somebody pampers you. Wow, there we go. At least like buys you like a Toblerone. Oh yeah, thanks for shouting out women. Like, you know, so this year, Twitch every year, so well, I think every year since I started streaming, has done like an International Women's Month event on Twitch where they like celebrate women on the platform. And there was a year where I was actually invited to it, and I've never been invited back again. And I think it's because I've got the name wrong for the event. So instead of calling it International Women's Month, I called it Women Awareness Month. And they never invited me back to it. They were like, you can have 1 year here and then you're not coming back because you kept calling it Women Awareness Month. I don't know, guys. Are you guys aware of women? Have you guys ever met a woman? They're real. They're not just on the internet. There are actually real life women among us. Very scary. So just so you know, on Women's Awareness Day, yeah, be aware. Women are out there. But yeah, I never got invited back. Can't tell why. Very exciting news. I don't know what I could do for my exams now. I got themes. I'm doing something inspired. Oh, Beauty Beyond this. Oh my god, that is such a fun theme. Hell yeah. I don't know if you were in their stream, but the other day, Amazonia Cos was actually recommending a book about making distressed or like natural looking fabric. It's a bit of a weird one to explain. I've got the book actually saved, but it's not very useful for the projects that I'm doing, but I kept it because I was like, that's an interesting sounding book. And I do like the idea of fabric ravaged by nature or turning into fungus and stuff like that. I'll see if I find the link to the book. Sorry, you didn't ask. I've just been like, this book though. There you go. Let me give you an Amazon link. It's a very cool, it's just inspiration, yeah. What is woman? I don't know, but I do want you to be aware that they're out there. There are women living among us right now, so be aware. It is Women Awareness Month after all. There were women out there. Be careful. You never know if you might be talking to a woman. I must say, yeah, Shifty's too shifty. Shifty too shifty for Among Us. They're too good. It's possible to put too much chocolate powder in your chocolate milk? I think so. Doesn't it make it like waterphobic? Hydrophobic? Can you make your chocolate milk hydrophobic? Maybe. Potentially. Oh dear. This means you have to upgrade from stirring with a spoon to a blender. Oh yeah, or a milk frother or something like that. True. That's actually good advice. I could use anything as long as I make it myself, so this will be my inspiration. It's a lovely looking book. Amazoni was like flipping through it on stream, which is why I was like, if you saw, you could see the inside of it. And again, it's not a book that I've recently purchased, but it's one that I've got in my saved because I don't think I'll use it for the next project, but I might want to use it in the future. And it's very cool. Welcome back. BRB needs to test it. Oh, a test. Thank you, I'm the world's greatest detective substitute. I thought I did a pretty good job as a detective. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. There we go. Sorry. Discard. Oh, I hope that works. I don't know how they're going to say the second half of that, but I hope that it works.
Welcome back.
Yeah, they just extend it, that's fine. Welcome back. Okay, but I did a joke on my song my mum used to sing me as a kid. It was originally Someone's Little Girl that all the little boys like. But my version is that my daughter is actually an eldritch force of nature to be reckoned. I just really like that version now. Happy Eldritch Horror Day, everyone. You know, you thought it was Women's Awareness Day, but surprise, because it's also important to be aware of the eldritch horrors that live among us. Again, you just never quite know if you're speaking to an eldritch horror. It could just be a woman. But you never know. The differences are so minor that unless you're an expert in the subject, it can be really hard to differentiate women from eldritch horrors. Really similar. And honestly, it's a really common mistake to make. I wouldn't be offended, but for instance, if anyone thought that I was an eldritch horror, yeah, it's an easy mistake to make. And we've all made it at least once. But yeah, for this Women Awareness Day, I just want you guys to be aware that there are women, but there are also eldritch horrors, and there is a lot of overlap there. So yeah, just, celebrate the women in your life, celebrate the eldritch horrors in your life, Celebrate everyone. It's a good day to celebrate. Get some chocolate. Ah, dear. Oh, complimenting Shifty Luke was in no way to show... No. Started killing you. I died first so many rounds in a row. And kill the streamer, god damn it. But honestly, it made doing the tasks a bit easier because I was new to the game. So it gave me a moment to practice my tasks. I'm still kind of embarrassed about the counting one, but it's okay. Eldritch Woman? Yeah, Eldritch Woman. An Eldritch Horror could be lurking in chat right now. They could even be a mod. I mean, they could even be the streamer. Or it could just be a woman. Who knows? Honestly, even I don't know. I would say that I'm actually pretty... I wouldn't want to say a complete expert in women, but I know a thing or two about women. But, even I make the mistake sometimes. I'm like, God, is that a woman or an eldritch horror? I'm just not sure. Okay, Bird Box, the film, and how, whatever they see is meant to, drive you insane, kind of like Cthulhu-esque, where just, looking at the old gods and such makes you go insane. What if it was just women? They hadn't celebrated Women Awareness Day enough, and Bird Box people were opening their eyes, seeing women for the first time and just going absolutely insane. I did figure out everyone's tells, though. I didn't figure out a single person's tells, but I did get it right a lot. I got you and Bateman down immediately, and no one believed me. But I got it so right. Also, Shifty, you got it right so many times, and then you backed out of your right decisions. And because I was dead so often, I'd be like, yeah, Shifty got it spot on. And then Shifty backed out, and it's like, avenge me. Did you watch it back to see where you walked next to the corpse and missed it? No, I didn't actually. I'll have to rewatch. Yeah, because apparently I walked right next to a corpse and I didn't report it. And then I just blamed B, and it happened to actually be B, but what B said was actually 100% right, which was I was just stood next to a corpse. Oh dear. Wait a minute, it got me feeling a certain kind of way. Oh dear, this International Women's Day, women got me feeling different. Or could it be Eldritch Horrors? I don't know. You know, again, easy mistake to make. I'm not gonna blame anyone. Oh dear, George! Happy Women's Day, George. How are you feeling? Have you managed to recover from your jet lag? And have you recovered post-trip? I hope you've been doing well. George is a streamer, but they've been taking some time out because they've been traveling around America. How was it? Was it good? I'm back. Instructions unclear. I down a finger and the chalky milk is now... Oh no. International Women's Day got me feeling different, overly positive and supportive. Yeah, normally, like, honestly, screw women. Honestly, what even is a woman? Like, but this International Women's Day, I feel different. I'm very aware that women exist in this world, and they are among us, and they are separate to Eldritch Horrors. I'm just feeling like a lot more educated than I normally do. So yeah, it got me feeling different. It got me feeling educated. Oh no, and my advice is, oh no, lawyers, please, women right. Women are right, you right. Oh dear. Couldn't have put it better myself. Oh dear. Doing alright, thanks. Still got a bit of a cough. Oh no, oh yeah, you did say that you got ill, right, as soon as you like got home. I'm glad though in many ways that you didn't have to get ill while you were on your trip so that you could like properly enjoy it. Like better to get sick once you get home, right, so that you can enjoy your trip to the fullest. To get your affairs in order. Oh no. If you guys are doing lawyer stuff, get it out of my channel. I don't want to be implicated. As an Eldritch Horror / woman myself, I'm not ready for that. I don't have lawyers, and half of the world doesn't even believe that I exist, so, you know. You gotta give me some time. I'm not ready. How are you doing? I'm okay, thank you, George. I am a strong okay. But we've been making tentacles, and nothing makes me happier than tentacles, so... You know what? I'm doing much better than I was when I woke up this morning. Although, actually, no, I was pretty good when I woke up this morning because we're covered in snow right now, George. I woke up to like 30 centimeters of snow that, I'll be honest, I hadn't checked the forecast. So I could have found out that that was going to happen. But I didn't know because I hadn't checked. So I had like the nice surprise of waking up to loads and loads of snow. What's a lawyer? Good question. Did you know sometimes lawyers are women? They can also be Eldritch Horrors. Yeah. You know, stick up for your lawyers. Especially if they're women, or Eldritch Horrors. Yeah, I didn't get sick in the US except for one day. That's pretty good. The blender didn't work though. No! Lawyers aren't fakes with it. Are they real? I don't know. We need a lawyer awareness day so that we can confirm the existence of lawyers. It never snowed. Oh, wait, didn't you want this? Oh, I'm sorry that you didn't. Well, I guess in some ways though, it's a good thing because if it snows, traveling is a pain. But I'm sorry that you didn't get to see the snow. Yeah, it snowed here last night. We've been living in the snow. Okay, there we go. Got all that around there. Actually, I kind of want to just stitch that in. I got a little bit of thread left, and then we can do our bone. Why did we start putting bones in the tentacles? I don't remember, but they all have these like little bones. I like them. I should say, like, I'm not gonna get rid of the tentacle bones. But also, why? Why do our tentacles have bones? I can't remember. There was never snow covered where I was. Well, I saw snow, but it was already on the ground. Oh, okay. So you did see some snow, but it was, yeah, down already. I was a lawyer. I thought all conflict was resolved. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, definitely. Oh, dear. Yeah, I don't know what a lawyer is. I've never met one, and, I don't know, they might not exist. They don't have an awareness day, which means that I'm not particularly aware of lawyers. I think once they get an awareness day, maybe I'll feel a little bit different. But right now, yeah, as far as I'm aware, lawyers aren't real. They aren't real, and you can't make me think they're real. Slime girls, that's real. Slime girls is real, but lawyers, not so much. Right. I can put my beads away, because I'm done with these ones now. I do need my big palette of beads, but I'm done with the little beans. My mixture is done. But I'm gonna have to get some more orange in there at some point. But we can wait for that. It's not urgent. Alright, bowl time is up. I think I'm gonna use these like beige ones for the bone, which might look really gross, but it is for Halloween. So, I'm between, honestly, because normally I use like a lighter or darker color than I've used there. but I don't really have... I have yellow, but I don't think yellow... Actually, yellow might look kind of cool. Oh dear, now I'm between. I've got a whole pot of yellow is the thing. Sorry, excuse my many sleeves today. I'm sleeved up. It's snowing. I do have like a neon yellow. That might actually be kind of cool. I'm trying to imagine it. Or beige. Yeah, actually, I think I might prefer the yellow. Okay, well, sudden change of heart. Use yellow instead. Slimes have to be real. They make exactly. There's no way slimes aren't real. VTubers, the realest. Lawyers, mythical. Oh my god. Yeah, lawyers are inconclusive right now. For years, I have an uncle attorney. I know way too much about them. Do you know? Can you prove that they're real? But actually, no. Don't prove they're real. Don't dox them. But like, do you have any? Do you have an argument for how real an attorney is? Are you sure they worked as an attorney? They might have worked as a woman. It's difficult to say these days. Maybe they were an attorney, but I hear more about women these days. Show me a fever dream where a lawyer speaks to me and then we will talk. Are attorneys real? I mean, I think you have to first prove that they're either women or eldritch abominations, and then maybe they're real. A lawyer would actually be a really funny, like, eldritch abomination. The lawyer. I have nothing news. Nah, doxing yourself is against the rules, so if you dox yourself, you'll be banned from the channel. Oh dear. Are attorneys real? I don't think so. Yeah, I haven't heard too much about them recently, so I'm just not sure. I thought they were created. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I get, that they might be made up for games. Because, you know, it just feels like that kind of stuff couldn't happen in real life, you know? Okay. God, what a cursed Women's Day. Right, I need thread and a yellow, which I wasn't expecting to need, which means I need to double check. I probably have gold thread. I'm not confident that I have yellow. Also, if I have gold thread, I'd probably put it somewhere, because for some reason, and it is specific, oh yeah, it's on my machine. Specifically the gold thread, I always have it somewhere that it's really useless, and like, I don't know why I've put it there. Yeah, I'll use gold. I don't think I have a brighter yellow thread right now, so that's what we will use. Mobstrudel Kenley! We're dibble out you. Oh, come on in, I hope you're doing well. Animated vomit? Yeah! Just for you. Only for you. That vomit, that was for you. That was just for you, Brains. You're welcome. Happy Women's Day. Happy Women's Day, I threw up on you. I wish I could just grab people out of chat and put them underneath my avatar and vomit on them. Unfortunately, that is not something that I can do just yet, but one day. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, there's mushrooms in Mario. You don't see me go around saying they're real. Exactly. Yeah, and plumbers, also not real. Sorry, what's Plumber Awareness Day? I've never heard of it. Sonic, it is! We got 30 centimeters here, and I didn't check the weather forecast, so like when I woke up this morning, I was shook. I was like, whoa, what's going on? I didn't know it was gonna snow. I mean, I will say, I'm not too mad about it because it's not like I'm leaving the house anyway, so I just get to look at the pretty snow outside. But yeah, I was quite surprised. I really wasn't expecting it. Oh dear. Goombas aren't real? No, have you ever heard of a Goomba Awareness Day? I don't think so, Vortex. Listen, talk to me when they have an awareness day, but right now, it's no Goomba Awareness Day. Bowser though, Bowser's real. Oh yeah, like, I'm pretty sure Bowser counts under the Eldritch Horror. And since Eldritch Horrors now do have an awareness day, I think we can count Bowser as a real, like, probably a real and very close threat. A lawyer was just created. Thank you. Oh my god. Did I wait? Did that mean I just gave birth? Oi, 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 oi. I don't think you can do that live on stream. I think that's against TOS to give birth live on stream, right? Actually, I'm not sure. What is the TOS surrounding childbirth? Is it against the rules? I'm gonna make an assumption that it probably is. But I also don't think I've ever seen it written out that you can't give birth live on stream. Oh, but you can't show gore on stream. And normally babies are pretty bloody, aren't they, when they come out? So it might be a technicality that it's not allowed. Like, if you gave birth to a clean baby, then maybe it'd be fine. Oh, but no, because you can't... You can't show that though, can you? Yeah, even on Women's Day. You can't show it. Maybe if you did it under the table. Yeah, if you gave birth under the table, maybe, then it'd be fine. As long as, like, you don't throw up or, like, bleed visibly, I think it's fine. So just, like, if you had your desk set up where you could see your upper body but not your lower body and you gave birth like that, I think you'd be okay. But you'd have to clean the baby before they appeared on camera. I think you could work a way around it, but I don't know that I'd suggest it. There you go. Oh god. What is that thread? Hey. Wait. Did I make my thread too long? This feels like I made my thread too long and it's fighting. It's okay. Oh dear. Bowser? You think? Yeah, Bowser. Yeah. We need to find a Bowser telling brothers who are plumbers immediately. Oh, you can't know. Have you tried? Fair. I took a picture of Bowser. Aw, hell yeah. Bowser who works at the library and you ask him if he helps you searching for things. Yeah. That's Bowser. The Eldritch Horror. How can women be supportive if they can't give birth on the street? True. Happy Women's Day! I hope you're having a good one. What if someone sees on Twitch? Is that violation too? So basically the rules of Twitch are, blood is a big one. You're not really meant to show any depiction of like realistic gore on Twitch or blood. Vomit, piss and poo as well, which is why the rainbow coming out of my mouth is not vomit, it's just my mouth flag, in case Twitch sees. It's not vomit, it's mouth flag. It's where I keep it when it's not Pride Month. I keep it in my mouth, you know? So that I can quickly take my pride flag out once Pride Month comes along. Yeah, it's actually, I'm just gay. That's what it is. So yeah, don't come for me, Twitch. Oh dear, sweats and cutting my hands at least once. Oh no. Wait, no. Yeah, that's why whenever I'm visibly bleeding, like if I catch myself on a needle pin, I hide the screen. It's because technically you can receive a ban for that. I'm not going to say that Twitch is always going to enforce it because, you know, obviously it's an accident, but technically you can be banned for that. So I always err on the side of caution when it comes to Twitch, and even if it's like a really small cut, which let's be honest, like 99% of the injuries I've had on stream are really, really small and they stop bleeding within like a minute or two. Even under those circumstances, I don't show it because it's just not worth it to accidentally get bland. Bland? Oh yeah, shoot, you wouldn't want to get bland. That's even worse than being banned. What's our sneezing? I think sneezing's allowed though. Although you have to be careful. If you sneeze too sexily, that might be counted as fetish content. And then that is bannable. Fetish content is very bannable. So like if you are gonna sneeze, make sure that it's not sexy. Same with showing your feet, you know? If you're gonna show your feet, just make sure they're not sexy. Because if they're not sexy, then it's not fetish content. So yeah, there you go. Don't get bland. You really don't want to get bland. Imagine being bland, right? It's a fate worse than death. Seasoning. Get some seasoning on that stream. The game High on Life should be criminally outlawed. Normally there is a thing about 18 games. There are a lot of games on a banned list, but like blood in games and gore in games, as long as it's not the main feature of the game, is fine. It's a lot more for like, you know, like body artists, like body painters on Twitch. The rules more often apply there when it's applied to a real person, where it's like doing realistic gore on your body would be banned on Twitch. Yeah. So it's more like that sort of stuff, you know, that it tends to be applying to. Don't get it bland. Also, Upswell, go on in. New means a spice of life. Happy Women's Day. Yeah, you gotta spice up your streamer. Give them some new seasoning. Getting bland. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then like, there's a few others as well. I remember we were doing a charity event. This was the first Boobtober. And we had to be a little careful about a couple of people's milestones, because there are certain things on Twitch that count as self-harm that then you can't show. Things like eating spicy things until you throw up technically counts as self-harm. And so we had a couple people doing super spicy chili challenges, and we had to be like, hey, good luck. If you're gonna throw up, hide everything. Like don't have it audible. Don't have it visual, because that could get you banned for self-harm. And I think that might be a permaban. Yeah, potentially. Out of all the ones we've talked about, that's the one where I'm like, I think if Twitch gets you for that. I think it's a bit harsher. Could be wrong. I don't work for Twitch, but I'm pretty sure. Put salt and pepper on my avatar. It's gonna look like I got dandruff. Oh dear, dandruff and lice. Emergency seasoning. Yeah, but like, what does that mean? You guys think I'm boring now, so we've seasoned you? Screw you guys. Like, if you come into chat and you're like, yeah, I'm bored, I'm gonna season the streamer because she's boring, I'll fight you. Oh dear. Oh, that's another thing actually, technically, you're not allowed to threaten your audience. I do that a lot, but like, I would like you to know that whenever I say fight you, I don't mean it. I mean like, not that. Oh dear. Yeah, technically you're not allowed to threaten your Twitch audience, so just don't tell Twitch. Don't tell Twitch. Eat bar flavored jelly bean. So this is the thing with those Bean Boozled challenges, George. For some reason, they just don't affect me very much because like people have suggested it. They're like, why don't you do Bean Boozled, you know, for like milestones? But there's really like, I don't know why. They just all taste kind of like either sweet or sour. I don't get the flavors. I think I need to know what the flavor I'm expecting to taste is so that I can taste it, because otherwise I don't taste the flavors they say they're going to be. Which means when it's like between two flavors, I never know which one it's meant to be. So it'd be like a really boring challenge if I did it, because I can't taste the jelly beans. I don't know why. I mean, I will say my sense of taste is not super good, and I know that, but like, yeah, even the really strong ones, I can't really taste unless I know what I'm expecting to taste. So yeah, it's kind of a boring challenge for me. I've never done it, but I like watching other people do it. I like watching the reactions that other people have to it, where they're like, ah, like George. Didn't you get a lot of bad ones, George? I feel like I remember you getting a lot of bad ones. The most threatened audience who ever hot takes. Some of the bad flavors are actually great. Really? Would you down a bag of grass jelly beans? They all taste like, probably, but I wouldn't know that they were grass flavored. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't know why. I just can't really taste them, so I don't do them because I'm like, it'd be boring, or I'd have to like pretend, and I'm not that good at pretending. I'd just be like the problem would be like, it'd be really good and convincing until you just notice I was snacking on them behind the scenes, and they'd be like, wait a second, Jelly, you're meant to hate those. And it's like, oh no, yeah, blah blah blah. I guaranteed I'd forget that they were a challenge food and I'd just start snacking on them. I might take some of the fun out of it, you know? I got 5 good ones in a row, then 2 bad. Oh, you know what? That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I can't do Bean Boozled. I have a small bean with an easily upsetted stomach. That's very fair. That's very fair. Oh, dear. Wow. I like watching other people do it, though. Even if I don't do it myself. Canned dog food wasn't bad. Out of context, that sounds so weird, George. It's like, you know what? I don't mind canned dog food. It's like, okay. Oh dear. Someone needs to tell George to stop eating the canned dog food. Not sus, very sus. Oh, actually, George, are you joining us for the next sus streams? Now that you're home. The next one is on the 25th of the month. Will you be joining? If not, don't worry about it. I'm just wondering. Trying to get an idea of numbers, you know? What a statement. It is, in fact, a statement. There you go. Beep, 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 beep. And then... one? Actually, maybe only one more? I kind of want one slightly larger one. There you go. Oh! Oh dear. There you go. So it should be able to join. Hell yeah! Yeah, the next one is we're going to try and do it on the last Saturday of every month. Although I don't know how April's going to turn out, but we'll see. Around that, because it makes it easy to organise. Be sus with us! Be sus with us! Anyone else watching Black Light? Have you got lightning right now? Wait, what the hell is going on in the UK? Like lightning and snowstorms? What the heck? I guess, yeah, different parts of the UK must be getting different weather formations, because, like, here it's just snowing. Jesus. Do you play PC or mobile? PC I play, but I think it's cross-platform pretty well. Like we had people playing on other things last time, so yeah. We play on PC, but if you're playing on something else, you should be just fine. Like as long as you have Discord on your mobile, because that's where the invite goes to. Yeah. UK is feeling the wrath. They're feeling the wrath of women. My God, the show, Jen. What? Oh, is that the name of a television show? Oh, my bad. Well, clearly I am not watching it. I'm so sorry. I was like, man, it's weird. Like, we're having, like, I guess it's just a different kind of storm, but, like, yeah, we're having snowstorms. You're having lightning? What the heck is happening? It is the wrath of women. How do VBs work for games like Among Us? The same as crafting streams. Yeah, except I'm gonna look like this. If I'm sussy. I have a whole face for being suspicious. So that if I am in fact the imposter, I have this. Oh yeah. Fire is the next so about black superhero and it gets very difficult to vibe to usual superhero show. Oh, it's got a very different vibe to usual superhero shows. That's cool. I honestly they've needed to shake things up for a while, the superhero genre. It got very stale with all the Marvel stuff. I mean, if you like the format of Marvel things, that's fine, but like it really was the same movie with different people in it over and over and over again. And I didn't even watch most of them. You're loving it? Heck yeah! Sounds good. Hell yeah! Honestly, all things considered, that it was like the first time we'd done it, it went pretty smoothly last time, I want to say. And I think everyone had a good time. I hope everyone had a good time last week. It was a really fun time for me. Yeah, hopefully, I think a lot of people are coming back from last time, so I think that's a pretty good indication that they enjoyed themselves. You always worry as a host of an event, like, will people have fun, or like, will they not like it, stuff like that. But I think most people enjoyed it. Most people came back because we have already the sign-ups for this month. We have the sign-ups for this month going, and there's a couple people that were like, I'm busy that day, so I can't do it. But I think everyone else has signed up who took part last time. So like, yes. Where is the pearly? Oh, there they are. I need my pearly beads. Oh dear. Very good. I also need to look forward to watching a group play hide and seek mode. Yeah, we probably will do hide and seek mode, but I really want to try a couple of the different maps. I know so far, yeah, we already, I think, have potentially more people than last week, but I do need to invite a couple people. I've actually been meaning to, and I've just forgotten. There's a couple of other streamers I chat to a lot where I'm like, yeah, you know, even if you don't want to do it, I want to at the very least invite you. I just wanted to see how it went the first time, because you never know when you get a group together, like how everyone's gonna gel and if everyone's gonna enjoy each other's company and stuff. And so I was like, let's see how this group gels. Because I know everyone, but I think I might be the only person who knows everyone. So let's see how it goes. And it went really well. It went really, really well. So I'm a bit more confident with adding people now. Yeah, it's just the first one. You don't, because especially with a game like Among Us where it's a lot of people yelling at each other, you don't want anyone to have like a really bad time and like not enjoy it. So yeah, I'm inviting a couple more people. Ah, dear. The other thing is I prefer to keep it to people where it's like I'm in their streams a lot so that people already know me as well, because I am very loud, and if you don't know me, you might think that I am like super rude, and like I kind of am, but I'm not that bad. And so keeping it to like where where my community knows the streamer already and their community probably knows me. Oh dear. That way we don't have to worry about, you know, if someone is like yelling that we're not friends, or like, you know, that anything bad has happened, because people worry. They're like, oh no, they're yelling at each other. Like if me and Shifty yell at each other in a meeting, no one's gonna be like, oh, they're yelling at each other. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, that's just Shifty and Jelly yelling at each other like they normally do on their streams, except it's in Among Us. So people don't worry too much. I'm just gonna go, no, George! Oh, wait, George, I actually need to send you something. I'm so sorry. I have been sitting on this clip that I have been wanting to send you. Let me get it. Dear. George, here it is. I would like to go to the... You might have already seen it. I see that it has got quite a few views. But if you haven't seen it... Wait, is it... Oh, it might be. It might be Shifty. He might have seen... Oh, did you already send it him? Yeah. I'm very proud of this clip. And, yeah. Oh, dear. You've seen it. It's good, right? It killed me when that happened. Except the yelling jelly. Everyone expects me yelling. Something fun to look forward to will be an oh bless you. Good luck. I hope that it goes well, whatever you're having done. Fingers crossed for you. Oh dear. Also, I'm pleased we went with the yellow. Although it kind of looks like a vegetable. Something about the color scheme here. A vegetable, maybe? A vegetable tentacle. It's meant to be more of a slimy one, but like vegetable soup, maybe. George said he watched it on my stream. I did. Shifty brought it up. I see. Yeah, it's a good clip. A cornucopia tentacle. Yeah, tentacopia. Yeah, that's what this feels like. It's a bit different, but it's fine. You know what? It's fine. We still love him. It's a violation, Shifty. It's so funny. Poor George. Oh dear. Yeah, I've been really enjoying watching Shifty play. I like watching anyone play Spyro, to be fair, but I've been enjoying watching Shifty's playthrough because they haven't played it before, right? So it's like a fresh face in Spyro. But yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I'm also glad that like basically everyone gets stuck on treetops. Treetops sucks. Like it's a fun level, like if you're just playing it to not 100%, but if you're playing to 100%, treetops sucks. It sucks so much butt. It is so much more difficult to work out than every other level in Spyro, in the first Spyro game. Like, every other level you can kind of just work out, but treetops is just awful. Like, I don't know why it is so much more difficult than, like, everything. Oh, I've already got black thread on here. Okay, well, I'll use that to start with. And then everything else in the game, but goddamn it is. George, allow me to call you an ambulance. The paws and the grrr, yeah. It's so good. It's so good. Oh dear. But yeah, treetops. It's a really cool level. And again, like if you're playing it just for fun, you're not trying to 100% or anything, like it's fine. But if you're trying to 100%, especially if you're coming into it blind, treetops is so hard. It's so stupidly hard compared to everything else in that game. I even did the little movement. Yeah. Oh my god, that I hadn't actually seen watched the clip from George for a while when I made that clip, and I went back and watched the George clip after that, and it's like it's so good, such a perfect clip, very funny. Oh dear. Actually, did them put it as a? I can't remember because obviously you have your SOG. Oh no, that's George is a good boy. Okay, nah, not the right clip. My bad. It was perfect. It was so good. It's too busy. They said to call back like typical. Typical. Oh dear. There we go. That's an old clip now. Jesus. I think that was our Trevor Project stream like 2 years ago. Heck. See, Mightenville doesn't think you're sus. Oh, is it sus? Is that the exclamation mark? I can't tell if you're giving me hints or not. I'll try. No, it's not sus. Okay. I was like, oh, maybe it's just that Jaws is always sus. There we go. Split apart the ocean of sequence. There you go. And start sewing. Good stuff. Might be Undersog. Do you think it's Undersog? God, Jaws. We're trying so hard to shout out Jaws. Is it Undersog? Oh yeah, Jelly's commentary on their best highlight. That's got the clip in it. That was when I was like describing to people what you were doing. Yeah, I remember that. Literally, I was dying when you did it, so I was just, yeah. Oh dear. It was very fun. It was a very fun stream. I very much enjoyed it. Thank you for streaming Spyro. Thank you everyone who streamed Spyro. Oh dear. I liked it. I think it was Bateman. They went from Spyro to Crash. Not the right. Oh, I mean, I guess technically there is no order to, you know, where you play your childhood games, but Crash is so much harder than Spyro. Like, so much harder than Spyro. And so, like, Spyro makes you overconfident when you go into Crash, because Crash is not easy. Spyro is fun. Spyro is really fun. It's a very relaxing time for the most part. Oh, I went from Crash to Spyro. Yeah, I think that's the way to go, is from Crash to Spyro, because, like, if you start with Spyro, you're, like, lulled into a false sense of security. Oh, no, you don't need to apologize, George. It was very funny. Crash gets me frustrated. It does. It's like it's a much harder platformer. Spyro is a lot easier by comparison. So it's like if you're doing both of them, if you know you're going to play both, if you go from Crash to Spyro, it will feel like a walk in the park, and you'll feel even more relaxed than you regularly do playing Spyro. If you go from Spyro to Crash, it's like getting dropped off a cliff for difficulty. It gets so much harder. I was going to get back into VR this week. I'm like, oh no! Heck, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it an easy fix, or will you have to replace it, do you think? Is Ratchet & Clank better or worse? Okay, so I played a lot of Ratchet & Clank growing up. I did play Spyro a couple times, but I probably played Ratchet & Clank more. So, like, I am a bit biased towards Ratchet & Clank because I really enjoyed those games. But I'll be honest, I think I would say that I enjoyed Spyro more just because I like the art of Spyro and the world of Spyro more than I like the worlds of Ratchet & Clank. But the one that I played more was Ratchet & Clank. So aesthetically, I suppose I prefer Spyro. I don't remember being so bad back in the day. I think it's probably partially though because back in the day, like, you didn't get very many games at the same time, so you had a lot of time to offer each game, right? Because, like, you would play games multiple times because games were expensive and they didn't come out that often. So you would, you know, you'd play Crash like a few times in a row before the next game came out that you wanted, and that you could afford or that someone would get for you. So you just gave each game like a lot more time, whereas these days games come out so often. A lot of, you know, I would still say like AAA titles are very expensive, but like a lot of indie games are much cheaper, so you can afford a lot. If you do like Humble Bundles, you get so many games all the time. It's just a lot more options, so when you spend a long time on one game, it feels a bit more unusual. You've never actually played Ratchet & Clank? They are fun. They're fun. They're not as hard as Crash. Crash is the hard one. I would say Ratchet & Clank's a bit more similar to Spyro as far as difficulty goes. A little, but not long enough to remember. That's fair. We had to pay as much as possible before we had to take them back to box. Exactly. Yeah. Like, you'd really go for it. I think I damaged some of the sensors. And you said it to get repaired. Okay, well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it's a nice, easy fix. Oh, dear. Yeah, I think... I still think the favourite game that I have for my childhood is going to be Final Fantasy IX. That's usually the game that I put the most time into. It is a longer game as well, so like it was easier to put a lot of time into it. I love the world, I love the aesthetic, the music, everything about it. So I had a really good time with that one. I did play Final Fantasy X as well. I did like it. I have a couple of issues with 10, but like I still enjoyed it. I really hated Blitzball though, my god. I could not stand Blitzball. Like, I think out of all the Final Fantasy games I played, that is one of my least favourite side games, is Blitzball. God, I hated it. And they made you do it at times as well. You'd be like, god damn, Blitzball. Didn't like Blitzball. And like, I'm coming from Tetra Master, which makes no goddamn sense, but like, Blitzball. Ah, dear. The level I was talking about Spyro should not have taken that long. See, yeah, like I can understand taking 2 hours on like treetops or something, but you took 2 hours just remembering that you could jump. Oh dear. It was very, very funny from a viewing point of view though. Maybe not so much for you who was having to go through it, but from my point of view, it was hilarious. I dabbled with Final Fantasy, enjoyed it for the most part, but it wasn't really your style. That's fair. Final Fantasy lost me at 13. Well, yeah, 13, I did try. I really tried to enjoy 13, and because I love Final Fantasy. And I just didn't. But I'm really glad that 14 exists as like a love letter to a lot of Final Fantasy, because 14 is actually pretty phenomenal. I don't play it because I sink my whole life into MMOs, and like just because there are other things that I want to do, I stopped playing it. But the time that I did spend playing it, I've really, really enjoyed it. And I've only played a couple of MMOs, but I would say it's like probably the best that I've played. And like I'm very, very sentimental for Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 and stuff, but I still think just the effort that Final Fantasy team have put into that game, it's very impressive. But not while I was playing it. No, it was a day long and I was late. Yeah, it was. I got back from work and I was watching you and I was like, you know what, I've had a rough day at work, but this is hilarious. What a blind, because I didn't want any spoilers and you were very disappointed. Yeah, I can imagine. Also, thank you for the like, Shifty, and thank you for shouting out Shifty. If you guys haven't met Shifty, they are a very, very talented streamer on Twitch. They do join us sometimes for Crafty Coffee Mornings, and they also played Among Us with us last month. Very, very fun streamer. They do a mixture of like art and gaming, so honestly, if you enjoy what we do here, I wouldn't be surprised if you enjoy what they do over there. Because we also do art and gaming. Although I guess ours is more sewing and gaming, but you know, sewing is art. Dear. They're also one of my children. That's another thing. I don't say this very often, but Shifty is one of my children. So yeah, if you want to support the family, go support Shifty. George is also one of my children. Damos is one of my children. B is one of my children now. I do have another child, but they haven't announced themselves yet, so I have to wait a little bit. Yeah, I have quite a few children now. At some point during streaming, I became like a mother of 5, I think. Can I be an honorary child? You can't be a child unless I birthed you. But, I mean, I can call you son if you like, or daughter. Child. I can call you child. Welcome into the chat, child. Are you gonna lurk for what? You're fine. Take care. Good luck with the lurk. So I just need to wiggle my headset around a little bit. There you go. Yeah, what I should say when I'm referring to children, it's people that I've made VTuber models for. That is what I am referencing. I promise I didn't birth Jules or Dem. Well, not really. I birthed their VTuber models though. I am their VTube mum. Oh dear. Well, I was actually gonna ask about the VTuber model. Yeah. I make them. I'm assuming though you would have the skills to make 3D VTuber models, which if you were looking to get into a career, those are expensive models. Just gonna put it out there. You were looking to make like a little side money. If you can rig 3D models, specifically like 3D VTuber models, it's a pretty penny in that. It's actually a fair amount more. I think most 3D models are like several grand. Like, yeah, they're very expensive because they take a lot of time. I should say as well, I'm saying they're expensive, but they're expensive for a reason. They're expensive because they take hundreds of hours of work. But yeah, it's pretty penny for that. If you wanted to monetize it, obviously you don't have to. Possibly. My skills aren't commercially ready yet. That's fair. That's how I feel about Live 2D. I really enjoy rigging models, and obviously like I make my own models and stuff like that. I really enjoy it, but I don't think they're quite ready for commercial yet. There's some kinks I need to ease out first. Can't have all these kinky models all over the place. That's against TOS, you have to be careful. I predicted who the VTuber you made for was. I connected the dots, yeah. I've made a really, really cool model that hasn't debuted yet, but it is quite a heavy model. But it's very cool, and I'm really looking forward to it debuting. It's a really cool one, I think. Interesting. I've enjoyed that. I really enjoy 3D modeling. But what is VTuber making? But what if VTuber? Yeah, you could make your own 3D VTuber. Yeah, the capture software is a bit different for 3D models. I think Armories knows a lot more about that than I do because they also have a 3D model. But yeah, 3D models are great. I was going to ask if you're willing to help me make a 2D avatar. That's very kind of you, and I really appreciate you asking. I am not taking any commissions as of right now. I am planning to take commissions in the future, but I need to get my prices set out and have time, and then I'll be taking them on like a one at a time kind of basis. Until then, I'm afraid, I'm very sorry. But I do appreciate you asking. I appreciate you looking at my stuff and being like, that's good enough that I'd want it. That's very kind of you. But there's just some stuff I want to get better at first, which is why I like making more models. Like, practice, isn't it? That's why I also give them away a lot, because like practicing on different people. So like why I made one for B. B had approached me and was like, could I commission you for a model? And I was like, no. Not right now, but if I have any spare time, I'll make one and just give it you but like it'll be like a practice model for me. As long as you credit me and I can use the images in advertising later on, it's all good. But there's still some stuff I need to practice. Yeah, that's the thing. I got practicing to do. Oh dear. Fair enough. Yeah, no. I really appreciate it. Whenever anybody asks, you're not the first person to ask. Whenever anybody asks, it's very heckin' kind of you, because it's just like you've seen my model and you're like, yeah, that's a good enough quality that I'd like it. And I think it's a compliment to any artist, you know? When someone's like, your work is good enough that I want it on my setup. It's like, oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. But yeah, personally, I need to get better first. I'm still improving. Oh dear. B was really excited about it. Yeah, I was really happy to make one for B. That's because I love your work, and I know you do something I'd be happy with. Yeah, I really appreciate that. It's very, very kind of you. I was out. Oh no. That person's gonna find like a horse head on their bed or whatever it is. How dare you outbid Jason on a camera of all things? God damn. Didn't you know they're like the main camera hoarder on their side of the world? Can't be taking those cameras. Oh dear. I wonder how, if like, say Jason, say collecting cameras becomes like your life's work, right? Say that's become something that you end up doing for the rest of your life, so you keep a lot of them. I wonder if they will have depreciated in value or if they would have gone up in value by the time that maybe like you pass them down to your relatives. I wonder which way it would go, because it's kind of difficult to tell with technology. It almost feels like they dip for a while, but then they like go back up again. We got a lurk, take care, thank you for the lurk. Enjoy the rest of your day, Vortex. I hope that it goes well. Practice your sculpting, heck yeah. I'm gonna take a sip of tea. I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was. I'm sorry, Dot. The topic moves so quickly, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I was going to open a store later in the year, and I still would really like to, but I'm not putting too much hope in it, because we've been having all these issues with posting, and I also would need a PO box and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm drinking, which is why my mouth is like... Yeah, I'm like a bit worried about some other stuff that's happening, like that's out of my control. So I was like, I wonder if I could do VTubing and like make VTubers for people proper. The thing is, I do all of my own art and all of my own rigging, and that tends to work best for me. I also prefer working in a very cartoonish style, which I know is not going to be as popular for other people. Like, people will be like, I want like anime style. I'm like, I'm a cartoon artist, really. Like, I have anime influence for sure, but like I prefer working in cartoons. So I might not be super popular. I just remembered about my money stacks. Oh yeah! Yeah, Dem sent me a picture. I'm glad that it's made its way to him. Hell yeah. It's kind of cute that the set is split across the world as well. It's kind of cute. When you both hang your Christmas ornaments up, that you have like a little set. It's almost... I know it's not this at all, and it's just me saying it, but it's almost like something you'd do in a long distance relationship, right? Where you'd like buy a set of things for Christmas and then you'd both hang up your side of the set at Christmas. Like, obviously, I know that's not the case with you and Deb, but it does almost feel like long distance relationship-ish, and it's very cute. Very, very cute. I like it a lot. Alright, I need to tie my thread off and I need to get some more thread. Oh, I can see that, yeah. I know that's not the situation at all. It's a cute idea. I like the idea. I think it's very cute. Oh dear. Right, tie off the thread. What day of the month is it? 8. Okay, so I have like nearly 10 days to wait till I can maybe start the next costume. Can I wait 10 days? I just don't know. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard work waiting a whole 10 days. Oh dear. Oop. There we go. I know. Are the ducks okay? God, I'm zooming in really close for some reason. I'm getting there. Giving them a nice cartoonish outline. More black thread. Yeah, I got this massive one of black thread now because all of the stitching I'll be doing for the next year will be hand stitching, so I won't be using a sewing machine for anything, which is like, so I don't have to worry about threads fitting on my sewing machine. As long as they fit through my needles, everything's fine. So I decided to invest in some large threads. Oh, 4 AM. Oh, bless you! Get some good Z's, Brain. Thank you so much for popping by. It was lovely to speak to you, but yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening. I do hope you get some good Z's. Like, yeah. Oh, dear. I think after stream I'm gonna make a snowman. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like making a snowman. I would love to take a picture of outside our house, but I think that might be a little bit doxy and might accidentally show you a little bit too much. But it's very beautiful outside at the moment with all the snow. It probably isn't as beautiful as I left it because I expect some people have walked over it now, but it was very, very beautiful this morning when we woke up and no one had been walking on it, and it was just like fresh snow everywhere. Make a snowman, yeah! We didn't have enough snow, see. At the last time we had snow, it was like a couple months ago, I think. We didn't have enough snow then to make any snowmen or do anything like that. I don't think anyone had enough snow. It was really thin and it was really icy. But today we've had like really fluffy snow, and it's like a lot of it. So it's like just right for making some snowmen. Someone is selling Star Wars: The Phantom Menace on, oh my god, for 15k? Oh wait, I'm sorry, that took me a minute. I was like, oh yeah, 15 quid. Okay, wait, no, that's not what the K means. It doesn't mean quid. Oh god. Yeah, I can see that being a real collector's item. I'm kind of not surprised. Anything that's like that is normally very, very expensive, isn't it? Do you collect film, Jason, or is it just the cameras? Oh. Come on, pick up sequin. Okay. And through there. Oh, also, I'm gonna do the same announcement that I did earlier again, if that's okay. Just, it's only a very small announcement, but I just want people to be aware because otherwise I know I'm gonna get like a lot of questions about it. I'm gonna get all those announcements out of the way today so that we're not doing them again over and over and again. So small announcement, I'm going to be using the VTuber channel, so the VTuber on this channel a lot going forward. I don't think there's going to be a permanent thing. It shouldn't be a permanent thing. It should just be temporary, but you probably won't see my face on stream for a while. I would say probably a few months maybe. I'm fine, I'm okay, everything's fine. It's just there are some things going on. I can't show my face. I'm also not going to be like going through old clips and removing clips of my face because I'm not worried about my face being on the internet or connected to this channel or anything like that. There's just some stuff going on that means I can't really show my face right now. So for the meantime, I will be using the VTube model. I know a lot of people are not as keen on the VTuber model as they are like the normal stream setup, and I am sorry. You will probably still see pictures of me every now and again on Twitter, as and when I can. It's just, yeah. Right now, this is a lot easier for me, and also a lot safer. And yeah, just for that reason, I'm going to be hiding my face for a little while. But I'm fine. I'll be fine. Everything is fine. I'm not becoming like a full-time permanent VTuber anytime soon, I don't think. It's just gonna be for now. For now. I hope that's okay. I know a lot of people don't like the VTuber. A lot of our regulars don't watch it when we have the VTuber. I do want to confirm with everybody here, we'll be doing the same thing. Like, I'm not going to be suddenly doing lots of different things. It's going to be the same content that I was always going to do, which is like, you know, making the next costume, which is the collector from our house. It'll be doing stuff like this, crafty coffee mornings, it'll be sussy Saturdays, all the same content that we already had. It's just I won't be showing my face for a while. Yeah, but I'm fine. And I'm fine, and it's nothing to worry about. It's just one of those situations where it's a bit better right now if I just don't. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm sorry for being so vague as well. It's just because we sometimes get complaints if I use VTuber for too long, and I want to preempt those complaints. It is out of my hands, it is out of my control, and I'm not showing my face. Oh dear. Yeah, that is what's happening. I'm getting a full face tattoo, and I don't want people to see it until it's finished, actually. Yeah. Oh dear. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's just because every time I use the VTuber for like more than a couple days, someone comes in and is like, can you go back to face soon? In this case, no, I can't go back to face soon. If it upsets you, if you really hate my model, if you really don't like this stream anymore because of that, I would probably encourage you to unfollow, which I know is quite dramatic, but like, if the only reason you're following me is to see my real life face and not because you respect me as a cosplayer or crafter, I would say unfollow me. because you'll probably be long-term disappointed. This probably isn't a good channel for you anymore, since you won't be seeing much of my face. No worries. Yeah, like, I still be streaming just as much. If anything, I'll probably be streaming more if I can. But yeah, just like this. And the thing is as well, even before using the VTuber more, my health wasn't doing super good as like a separate thing. So it actually means it's easier for me to stream longer if I'm not having to worry that I'm starting to look sick or ill or anything like that. So if anything, it should actually mean that I'm able to stream longer in a row and that I don't have to worry about it as much. So yeah, it's not actually like a completely bad thing. I just know there'll be some people in the community that are not very happy about it. The other thing that I announced earlier that I'm going to be doing, I apologize to anyone who follows me on Twitter. I'm going to be spamming you. Feel free to also unfollow me there if that's going to bother you. I am trying to learn to edit, so I'm practicing editing clips. I will be uploading edited clips onto Twitter because it is my smallest following and it's the one that I'm least afraid of. Only normally people that know me, have followed me on Twitch for quite a while, tend to follow me on Twitter. So I am least afraid of the Twitter community. Weirdly, out of all the communities to be least afraid of, it's Twitter somehow. So I'll be sharing them there because I really want to get better at editing, like editing videos and stuff like that, editing photos, editing everything. I just want to get better at editing. It's one of my goals for the year is to get better with that kind of stuff. So yeah, get ready to see stuff like that. I posted one today. I have another one that I've already done. I'm going to be taking clips of the channel and just practicing. So if that's not your cup of tea, I actually like 100% unironically completely understand if you unfollow me. It's very, very, like, if you're not looking for weeby clips all over your timeline, genuinely, fair enough. Cannot blame you at all. But I would probably recommend to unfollow me on Twitter because that's what that's going to turn into for a little bit while I'm practicing. Yeah. But I like totally get it. Like that, honestly, very fair. Oh dear. Oh, did I go over the edge? Oops. Oh dear. Yeah, I think those are my updates. Hope everything's going well. Thank you. I appreciate everyone who does stick around, but I definitely understand there'll be some people who won't, and that's fair. That's very fair. I've always been like a face cam streamer. I think a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, I should change you to the slime lady. It's like, I get that. But I want you guys to know that it's not necessarily a completely temporary thing, and this might be something that I have to do for a while. I don't know how long. It could be a month, and then it wouldn't be so bad. Or it could be like a year. Regardless, I will still post pictures in cosplays and of costumes and stuff like that, so you will still get real life content. And you still get my hands and stuff, just not the face. Ah, dear. I very much enjoyed it. Did you? Thank you. I'm glad. The thing is, the Twitter, the people that follow me on Twitter tend to be people that like I talk to a lot, right? So I'm like least afraid of their reaction. I am not posting it elsewhere because I'm a baby. I'm a baby editor. I'm still learning. But I want it to be something that I'm good at. I don't necessarily have to enjoy editing. I don't think I'll ever really enjoy editing that much because like, you know, I prefer sewing and arts and stuff like that. Editing is not something that I can see myself being a big fan of, but it is something I want to get better at, even if I don't enjoy it. Oh, they're looking forward to seeing all these clips. I mean, mainly it's going to be very simple stuff. Simple transitions, adding text, subtitles, stuff like that. I don't think I need to be able to... Also, what is that noise? Is that the ducks? Okay. It doesn't need to be like really like hyper crazy editing stuff. It just needs to be at like a basic level. That's what I'm aiming for, a basic level. And also if I can get a bit quicker at that as well, because like they took a really long time and they are not that complicated. Like I think people that are a bit more talented at this could probably whip that up in like half an hour, and it took me a really long time, but that's because I'm learning. But yeah. That is, yeah, there you go. Small announcements. Yeah, I do apologize for anyone who doesn't like it. There is nothing I can do about it, but I'm still sorry. Oh dear. Is what is. But it means I can stream longer, and it means hopefully I can stream more days. That's another thing. There's been a lot of days where I can't stream, not because I don't feel well, but because I don't look well. With my migraines, I have pretty bad face droop. So the reason I don't stream on those days is because it actually looks like I'm having a stroke. And like, I probably feel fine by that point if I'm like thinking of streaming, but like visually, it looks like half of my face is drooping, right? And it's very visible. It's very visible, unfortunately. And so I just don't stream those days because I'm like, well, like, it's not worth worrying my community by it looking like I've had a stroke. So yeah, it'd be nice because those will be days I can stream. I have both my eyes rigged to one eye specifically for that reason, so that if one eye is drooping, that it doesn't look like on my model one eye is drooping. And yeah, I'm hacking. It means I can stream those days, which is good because I feel fine most of the time. I just look a bit weird. Oh dear. You're getting the snow? Hell yeah. I hope you... okay, so I don't know if you want snow or not, to be fair. If you want snow, I hope you get all the snow that you want. If you don't want snow, I hope that the snow is not too disruptive. Could really go either way. Some people love snow, but then obviously if you're trying to get into work or if you've got things to take care of, it can really get in the way with transport. So, whatever you hope for the snow, I hope that you get it, you know? Oh dear. Beatrice, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. We're actually just putting a black outline on our tentacle. Our tentacle is nearly done. It just needs a little bit more black outline. It really does remind me of food though. It just kind of reminds me of vegetables. It was meant to be like a Halloween tentacle, but it kind of feels like a vegetable tentacle. I'm not sure. The colors are interesting. I wanted to see snow. You did though, right? You did. You just didn't get to see it falling. Honestly, the snow is better when it's on the ground anyway. When it's falling, it just like gets caught on you. And like you'll end up like having water all over you and you get soaked. The best part of snow is the bit when it's down and you can like make snowmen and stuff. You love the avatar? Thank you! It's a slime lady. We're a slime lady. Well, slime, jelly. Jelly made of slime. Actually, no, we did our lore last week. Jelly made of magical waste. Literal piss and shit, but from fairies, so it's magical. Yeah. Oh dear. Get that in the bin! Oh, also, bitches, thank you so much for the follow. That's very kind of you. We're normally I should actually be saying this when people follow. We're normally cosplayers. We normally make costumes. I can show you a costume! Wait, do I still have the screen set up correctly? I do! We normally make stuff like this. I have a heavy focus on beading, sequining, and embroidery, and we normally do big costumes focused on beading, sequining, and embroidery. This is normally what I do. But at the moment, we're on a bit of a cosplay hiatus until the 19th of March, just to see if TwitchCon announces a cosplay contest, because if they do, I want to enter it, and if they don't, I need to find another competition to enter. So, yeah, we're just waiting to see what happens. And, yeah, but this is normally what we do, and this was from TwitchCon last year. Hell yeah. We're a bead and sequin heavy lady. Cosplay is cool, thank you! Yeah, I love cosplay. Cosplay is my vibe. I love pattern making, I love sequining and beading and making everything sparkly. It's my favorite. But at the moment we're just doing small sparkly crafts. Little ones in the meantime. Oh dear. I'm a baby craft. Instead of cross stitch, I also started with cross stitch. I used to make my own cross stitches when I was just a wee lass. When we had like long car journeys and drives, I would sit in the back making my own cross stitch, and I'd like do cross stitch with my stuffed toys. So I had like my favorite stuffed toys. This is kind of giving an indication of how young I was, I suppose. But I had my favorite stuffed toys, and then I would like cross stitch them. Like I would draw up a design for them and cross stitch them, and then I'd make them into pillows. I actually have one of them downstairs, which I think was the first cross stitch I ever did. I have it downstairs right now because I inherited it. I did give it as a gift, and now I've re-inherited it back. And yeah, it's the first one, and it's like one of my cat plushies. Not sure if you had an About Me command. I don't, but Nightbot does sometimes post things. I don't have it as a command though, should I? Oh dear, my sister cross-stitched for 4 years before. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, cross stitch is one that I've always really enjoyed, and I think it's a really good one to start because you can do a lot, and also cross stitch can then go into other stitching as well. So like if you had an interest in cross stitch, but then you were like, I maybe want to try a different type of embroidery, like maybe doing a logo or something into a t-shirt. A lot of transferable skills. Hell yeah. I love it. And also cross stitch does just generally look quite cute. It's quite a cute one. Oh dear, we've been trying to do different embroidery stitches. I would love to do some gold work in the next costume, but I just don't know where I'm gonna put it, honestly. We've been doing a lot of designs. Next costume is gonna look like this. I don't know if you've seen the Owl House. I don't know how many people in chat have seen the Owl House, but if you haven't seen the Owl House, this is like your 2-week warning to catch up on the Owl House, because in 2 weeks, we're gonna start in spoiler territory, right? Because this is a character that doesn't appear until the 2nd season. So we're doing 16th century, the Collector. The Collector is the character. The design brief is that it's from the 16th century, and this is our design. They have like more of a gesture-ish design, but they're also technically like a very powerful person. So like a king or like a god or something like that. So I tried to give them more regal attire, but with a jester twist. And yeah, we'll be starting that hopefully in about 2 weeks. I do need to get some pattern stuff sorted so that we can actually jump straight into it, but like, yeah. We got plans! And I'm excited for those plans. I'm gonna have to get more thread again, god damn, for like just the last little bit. Did someone say jester? Always. Or side note, to Owl House, really tempted to do the collector version of... yeah, oh, yeah. Honestly, I almost wish I'd seen the collector version of things, but not that I would have not done the collector, but I might have designed them a little differently. But I love the collector version of Hootie as well. I'm not cosplaying that, but I do love the collector version of Hootie. But yeah, the collector version of Rain's it's really cool. I like that you could also funk it up a little bit with like the goo. If you wanted to add the goo, you could add the goo and it would be like, it would fit. Also, Sunkoi, did you see the new League of Legends skin drop? Did you see new League drop? New League skin drop? Fairies, new League skin fairies. I don't even play League. I don't even play League. Oh my god, they're so good. They're so good. Honestly, all of the designs that I saw that have been dropped for this are like winners. And it's like, I think I've seen 8 or 9. I think 8. And they are so good. Any cosplayers in chat, by the way, if you have not seen, whether you play League or not, just for like a design standpoint, go check out the new League drop of character skins. Especially if you like fairy kind of aesthetic. It's so cute. I love them so much. If I didn't have like other cosplays planned, I would jump straight on that. Like, they're so cool. Oh dear. Any version of Hootie's blurst. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But I do really like the cuckoo clock Hootie. I forgot Hootie's name for a second. I was like, who am I talking about? Hootie. Okay, I literally need to get thread for that, which is a bit sad, but that's okay. Never played League, but they're so pretty. They are gorgeous. And oh, I don't have time to be making them, but they're so pretty. Oh dear. I don't play League with the fairy characters. I'm glad everyone's seen them because like, oh, they're so nice. Again, if you're a cosplayer in chat and you haven't looked them up, and especially if you like the fairy kind of aesthetic, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. I have no space to make those costumes in my schedule, but they're so pretty. Oh my god, I love them. Love a good League skin. Don't play League, but love the skins. The skins are very cool. Oh dear. One of them was kind of hot. There was one of them that was kind of hot. Actually, a couple of them were kind of hot. I liked a couple of them. I'm going to try and find them on Twitter just like... Who's
Hey
holding
there,
in?
how are you feeling today? So good to see you today.
Med Bargains, welcome on in. I'm doing all right, thank you. I hope you are doing well. We've just been talking about cosplays, and League has recently dropped like a lot of new not cosplay skins. They're not cosplay skins, but they're cosplay skins. But no, fairy skins for their characters, and they're so pretty. How can I find them? If I just type in LOL. Oh no, that's not LOL. Where's LOL? There's LOL. If I just type in LOL, will it come up? Give me the LOL skins. Give me skins. It's not popping up. All right, well, I'm not going to scroll forever, but they are there. They're there, I promise. Oh, dear Jesus, I'm awake now. I know, the horn is very loud. Thank you so much for the 4 months bargain as well. I hope you're doing well. League skins got me feeling different. You're right, they have. Oh, dear. Yeah, we have 2 text-to-speeches. We have the text-to-speech for bits and resubs and stuff like that. And then we have the channel points text-to-speech. And I like that they have different voices because it feels like they could have a conversation. And that's cute. I like that they are distinctly different people. Because I was thinking to try and get them all in the jelly, but then I'm like, I kind of like that our TTS can have conversations with itself. Not that it's going to, but I like the idea that it could. You know, there's a new text-to-speech command, George. It's 600 channel points, and it's called Make the Jello Talk. And if you use the Make the Jello Talk, there's channel points text-to-speech. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's very cursed, and unfortunately a little bit broken sometimes. But yeah. We've been having a fun time breaking it, to be fair. Oh dear, it's cute. It means it's gonna make it sound like chat speaking, like loud. If you do B, oh yeah, if you do 2 exclamation marks, B turns up. I saw the posted. Yeah, that's because of the turns out that was because of the exclamation marks. We didn't actually know that at the time, but yeah. Oh dear. Right, that's that last sequin in there. And let's stitch that in. Tie that off. I will of course back it. I do back them. I give them like nice backs so they're nice and clean. But we normally do that on Sundays. That's a Sunday job. The week job is doing all the detail work. The Sunday job is finishing the edges. Yes. Oh dear. Oh. There we go. Doop, doop, doop. I wonder if exclamation or artifact. So unfortunately it seems like they all just summon bees. Because the question marks also summon bees. I think they all just summon bees. I'm not sure why, but that seems to be the way that it goes. They all just summon bees. Also, here are our tentacles. Actually, would they look better that way around? Yeah, they look better that way around. There is an order to these things. They look cuter like that. Let me just get the rest of my sequins in my pot, because we're done with the black sequins. I'm back them on Sundays. Sunday is the backing day. Especially because we didn't have a crafty coffee morning this Sunday. Because we were debuting our new model. So I'm behind a whole week on my crafty coffee mornings, which means I'm gonna have a lot of backing work to do. Looks young. Thank you! Delicious, delicious tentacles. Oh dear, so cute, thank you. I don't know, I think this one does to me look like vegetables. I don't know why. But to me, that one also looks like vegetables. And I haven't been able to put my finger on it, but like, I think it's the color scheme. Because it reminds me of like, corn? This feels like it could just be corn tentacle. I don't know. I really wanted to get the craft supply, but I just paid for, oh, that's harsh. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Yeah, I'm not surprised. What I would say, as someone who has been crafting for a while, they do kind of just collect over time. And what I normally do is, at like birthdays and Christmas, if people don't know what to get me, I ask for craft supplies. I'm like, hey, if you want to get me like a thread pack or an embroidery pack, some new needles. Thank you for the oi. Yeah, people want to get me like fabric that you see and you think of me, like grab that. And that's really helped me increase my collection of like craft stuff over the years. It's just like when it comes around to my birthday or Christmas, if you don't know what to get me, needles, pins, more threads, like a big thread pack. If you see a fabric that you think I'll like, get me that, you know, anything like that. And that's also really good because it means that if people are buying me presents, they can spend as much or as little as they want, like, because craft supplies, you know, you really can buy a lot and it can get very expensive, but people can also just get you like maybe a fresh pack of needles and it doesn't cost too much. And that way, like especially if you don't want to put pressure on people, I think that's a really good one. Like that's what I tend to do. Like if people aren't sure what to get me, I'm like, listen, just get me a new pack of needles. I always need them. Like, if you see some cute beads, like, get me those. I would probably use them. During the Mateus cosplay, I actually received a lot of bead gifts from family, and I made sure to sew at least one of every one of their beads into the costume, because they were gifts when I made that costume. Yeah. My birthday was March. Oh, happy birthday for a few days ago. My mom's birthday was Easter. Oh, my estrogen bills. That's fair. That's fair. You might have to wait for Christmas, but it's one of those things that it builds up over time. Like, you don't get well, unless you have a lot of money, in which case fair enough, but like most people don't get everything at once. I started with needle packets and curtain fabric from car boot sales. You know, I'd go to the local car boot sale, I'd buy an old pair of curtains, and I'd practice making that into things. And these days I have a lot of stuff I can call on, but that's because I've been doing this. I started crafting when I was 7. It's been like 20 years of hoarding stuff. Oh, okay, okay. Hi, Queena. Welcome on in.
Boojity boojity Osfrog.
What is ass rock? Is that what the frog's called? Is the frog called ass rock? Oh, Ozfrog. I see, I see. I was like, what is ass rock? I still got stuff to give you. Oh, thank you. I've been well lately. Just busy with work and keeping healthy. 40. Oh my god. That's very impressive, Mr. Bargains. Also, I'm sorry I keep calling you Muck Bargains. I don't know why. It just rolls off the tongue like Muck Bargains. No, Mr. Bargains. It's very impressive. Hello, Osfrog, Ass Frog. Yeah, it did sound like Ass Frog when Jelly said it, or Jello said it. It sounded like Ass Frog. Right, we're done today. We're done for the day. I am gonna take a break there because I want to make a snowman. Normally I'd go longer, but normally there isn't snow outside. And so, guys, I'm gonna find a woman. Let me find a woman really quickly. It is day of
to snom dance, a craft to snom dance.
Queena! Thank you so much for 14 months. I really, really appreciate it. Heck yeah. I'm just quickly finding a woman. But thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, where's a woman? Oh, honestly, let's go to Bear because they are also doing Happy International Women's Day. We're gonna have to get a custom raid call though. We need a custom raid call. This is very important. Custom raid call because we're raiding a woman.
Thank you being here. See you next time.
Oh, thank you, George. No, and thank you everyone for joining. I really appreciate it. Let's have the raid call being raid for the women. Or raid for woman. There you go. And then what can be our raid call? Are there any women here? Where can I find a woman? Anyone got a woman that's like a global emote? Is this a global emote or is that, oh, that's unlocked. I mean, that might be a woman. God. Honestly, the difference between women and eldritch horrors really is a lot harder. There you go. I don't know if that's a nice... God, I need to find a woman. I'm on a time... oh, there's a woman. Okay, and this woman looks angry. Perfect. There you go. There you go. Raid for woman. There's a raid call. There's like any women in the chat as a joke. Oh dear. Are there any women here? No, thank you everyone for joining. Grab the raid call if you fancy. Bear Boo is a very, very sweet streamer and they are also doing a stream for Women Awareness Day. Or, yeah, who are we raiding? We're raiding Bear Boo. Bear Boo, who is also a woman. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh my god. Oh my god.